live.
Make sure they can hear us well.
All right, guys, how are we doing? I've had to move because my internet's so shocking on my phone. Hopefully you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear J Sol. J Sol, just say hi, whatever you want to say.
Yo, what's good, everyone?
Yo, what's good, everyone? Could you hear J Sol? Give me a yes, guys, in the chat. Let me know you can hear him. This guy is a real legend, man. Let me know if you can hear him. Just somebody give me a yes. So people are talking about how Justin Timberlake looks like a female now. I agree. I got a photo of him, big old hips. Wayne Rooney looking like a female. All right, J Sol, they can hear you. Lots of people saying yes. So basically, guys, a few days ago, myself and J Sol, we said we want to have a chat and go live and just talk. We've not rehearsed anything. We don't necessarily know what we're going to say. But J Sol changed my life. This has been the most inspirational guy on my whole journey. Been on this journey for about 2.5 years. And J Sol inspired me to go to the next level in so many things. He's the guy who inspired the semen retention video. He's the guy who inspired me to start using more prime numbers and Fibonacci numbers. The guy who told me your codes are good, but they could be better. Somebody who actually questioned my work, which I needed. The guy who's made me laugh. The guy who made me write music and sing, and so many other things that he's inspired me with. And we were meant to come across each other. I don't know much about him, other than he's from the US, he lives in Detroit, he's incredibly smart. I've never seen him. We said when we do meet each other, we'll probably hug and we'll probably cry. This guy is my soul brother. I can't put into words how much he's changed my life. So now I understand people who message me saying, you've changed my life, Illusion. This guy changed mine. So how are you doing, J Sol?
Mate, well, thank you so much for such kind words. It warms my heart, and I'm doing great, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, all good, mate. So you're not really into soccer, are you? Like you know practically everything about the NBA, the NFL. You play hockey, don't you? You're big into hockey.
So soccer's the one I know the least about, for sure.
But do you remember, what was the code you did? Didn't you once do a code where a team was like plus 400 and you said they're going to win? Can't remember who it was in the Euros, and you nailed it with the numbers.
Yeah, it was Czech Republic. They were like plus 400 or plus 450.
Yeah.
And I didn't have confidence in it, so I didn't bet on it. And then I was pissed when they won really easily, like 3-1 or.
Yeah, you had Czech Republic to do a big upset, and it cruised in. So it's more evidence in it that you don't necessarily have to know a lot about these sports to code them, because it's all pretty much the same thing what they do in it with the code.
Yeah, and when I was doing, like, I'm not like a college basketball player. Like, I don't understand the game the way that these analysts do, but when I'm decoding, when I know a team's going to win, and they likely will, it's not through any basketball, like zero basketball knowledge, typically.
Yeah. But so anyway, this, like a while ago, maybe 5-6 months ago, I had Liverpool. You probably heard of Liverpool, one of the most famous, iconic football clubs in history, to win the FA Cup.
Europe, right?
Yeah, and they were plus 800 to win it, and they won it today. Of course, on penalties in dramatic circumstances, mate. The penalty shootout finished 5-6, like 56.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I was really happy because I've worked so hard, and a lot of people won a lot of money, but I ain't bothered about me not winning in it. Do you remember I quit gambling? Obviously.
Absolutely.
So I had Liverpool in the future. I put $50 on them at 8-1. So I could contact the gambling site and get that money back, but I don't give a shit, mate. I'm not doing it. Right now, I've got 29 in the live, 10 likes, 29, the 10th crime. So yeah, that was great. So I did a live prior to this one, revealing how big it all is, and more people are waking up, J Sol. There's a lot more of us now, which is great.
It seems like, I won't go into like personal encounters with people, but it seems like the more times I bring up gematria, people are aware of it. Like it just seems like it's more commonly known. People
are becoming more receptive to it, and I really believe God's allowing that to happen right now. I think more people are saying through Satan's lies. I wrote a little song about it because you inspired it. Seek time to see through Satan's lies.
Yeah, amazing song. And what's amazing is that not only are you able to do that in 15 minutes, but it sounds really good. And I'm pretty sure you're not using a studio quality mic. Like,
oh no, I don't have a mic. I don't have anything like that. I basically went on YouTube to I typed in 3 beats, and I wrote the song in 5 minutes, and then put it behind a beat without even. I listened to the beat for about 10 seconds, didn't even factor in the length of the beat, and somehow the length of my song was the same length of the beat. And I was like, my song's 305, and there was 35,000 likes on that beat. I was like, oh my God, I was meant to use that beat. You don't have to overthink things, do you, Jay Sol? Like, I've learned when I've just trusted the universe, like, it's just there. It's just there, like, guiding you when you have faith in it and you don't get overwhelmed. And when you force things, I don't think you're supposed to force things in this world. The more you force it, the less organic it is, the less chance it has of happening, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, as far as that goes, for me, I kind of, with my music, I write like in an unorthodox way. A lot of times I'll write the lyrics and then I'll find the beat afterwards. And like many people have told me, you know, you should really write to the beat, but I feel like you just got to do what's best for you.
Yeah, exactly. I always say you got to listen to your soul, baby. Like, people will all give you advice about the way they approach things, but we're all unique in many ways. So you do what's right for you. Yeah, people, like I said, I got a bit animated in a live. Like, everyone's saying, oh, you're getting popular now. You should have a better production on your videos, and you could do this, and I can help you with that, and I'll buy you a mic. I'm like, I don't want it. I don't want it. This feels right for me. I'm not going to be all dramatic and put a show on for people. I'm just going to give out knowledge, man, and talk from my spirit. That's it. So.
And you do that really well, mate. And your vocals, I don't know if anyone notices this, but you have a natural reverb to whatever, either the room that you're in or the mic that you're using, or maybe both, but you have like a natural reverb to your voice in these, you know, just in general when you're speaking to me. Did you know that?
No, I didn't. I know a lot of people like my voice for whatever reason. I don't know, the British accent people seem to be drawn to, but I don't even have a mic. I don't have a microphone. I have shit internet connection, which has ruined me a few times. But no, my best mate in England, Nathan, who inspires me a ton as well, he basically had his awakening about 15 years ago, and he sees a lot of what I see, and he approaches it slightly differently, but he's one of the main reasons I want to get back to England. I want to go out with him, and he's one of the few people in England who I still stay in touch with, because every time he sends me a message, like, I learn something from him. It's not just, hey, did you watch the game today? It's like deep stuff, man, and he doesn't take himself seriously, and he's fucking hilarious, mate, Nathan. He might be the funniest guy I know, and he doesn't even mean to be. Like, you know, some people try and be funny. They try and tell you jokes, and they force it. He's just funny, but he's smart as hell. Like you. Like, you're hilarious, but you don't try to be. Like, laugh. Like, do your laugh, Jay Sol. It just makes people laugh. Your laugh is ridiculously funny. But I'm not going to make you laugh.
It'll come up organically, but mate, I never laughed more than that Clippers story that we always come back to.
Well, I want you to share it. People are probably sick of my voice. Like, I want you to share that Clippers story. And look, I'm laughing now saying it. Every time I say Clippers story, I grin. So you do it. You start it. I'll try and finish it, man.
All right, I'll start it. So I think we addressed it on one of our other lives, but if you haven't seen it, or even if you have seen it, this will be funny. So Adam and I were on a tear of losses, so not really a tear, but
we were so used to winning, weren't we? We kept winning, thinking we were going to retire. We kept winning everything, and we got complacent.
We got complacent, and we had a few big losses. This is months ago in the NBA, and I remember we went really big on the Bucks, and they got slaughtered by the Heat.
Slaughtered as well, wasn't it? Like 30 points or something. I was like, this is using the words that I've banned now. Jay Sol, this is a fucking absolute gimme, mate. Like, printing money off here. And the team I said would win lost by 30, which was just a joke.
I forgot if we picked the Heat or the Bucks, but one or the other, and they got smoked.
Smoked.
So, anyways, they got smoked bad, and we went big. So that happened, and then we had lost another one the next night. But then I believe it was live. We took Adam found the Warriors game, and they had good value. And he was like, something feels right about this. We did a 10-second decode together. Really amazing chemistry with our decoding. And the Warriors won. And it was like one of the most magical nights that we've ever decoded and gambled together.
Yeah.
And then the following night, I had a lock city where I said the Jazz were 100%. So I bet on them 8 times during the game. And I bet on them pretty big pregame, and then I bet on them like 7 more times during the game. And they won, which is great.
Yeah. You bet 8 times on the same team.
8 times. So then the next night, we were really confident after the Jazz won. And this is where it gets funny. So it was Saturday night, and Adam's out at the bar. And
I was out at the bar, guys, thinking I was fucking like the bee's knees, man. Like I owned Hollywood the way I was, because I was winning. I won all that money.
So yeah, because we won it like so much.
Thousands, wasn't it? I try and tell my community, J Sol, that you and I were betting thousands of dollars, won't we, daily? Like it was like so much money, and so much money we're winning and playing, gambling, and not. Like remember, like you were like, maybe we should just do like 300. I was like, what the fuck's 300, mate? I wiped my ass with that. I got really silly, and I really felt like $300 was like $30 at one point with what the stakes we were doing, weren't we? We're like, what's the point in betting 300 to win 300? That's nothing.
I know.
It's crazy. It's pretty sick, but that's part of our journey. We'll keep going with this Clippers story.
So, all right. So it's a Saturday night, and Adam's at the bar, and I'm at home, I believe. And we're watching the game. He's at the bar watching. We're texting. And so we bet really big pregame. They're playing the Grizzlies. Of course, the one team that destroys us the most, the Grizzlies, right?
Yeah, well, that's why I was so happy when Warriors knocked them out yesterday, because Grizzlies, Ja Morant, bye-bye. Ja Morant always ruined me, didn't he? Always killed me, Ja Morant. And yesterday the Warriors thankfully won, and they made it to the Western Conference Finals. So, yeah, fuck you, Memphis Grizzlies. Have some of that, son. But keep going with this Clippers one.
Yeah, Adam loves Ja Morant. That's his favorite player.
Can't stand him. Her.
So anyways, so then they're playing the Grizzlies, and we bet pretty big pregame, but I think the Clippers were favorites. We didn't really go crazy. But then during the game, they're going down. They're going down like maybe 8 to 10 points. And Adam's like, I'm hammering. He goes, J Sol, I'm hammering him. And I go, all right, man, all right. So he's hammering him, and then I'm also adding. And then they come back a little bit, and Adam goes, I'm adding more.
Yeah, I threw way more down. Yeah, just this is just done. I was like, this is going to pay my rent. I'm sorted. Like, I'm laughing, having a great night, fun times.
Oh my! And then he's like probably 600 in, right?
Maybe more at that point.
Maybe more. And then he's like, then they go down again. And he goes, all right, mate, I'm doubling down. I'm going to go even heavier, and I'm going to buy everyone drinks when they win. So then he's probably $1,000 into it, and they start getting wrecked.
They got absolutely smashed. But what about the story with me buying everybody a drink?
So during the game, while he was doing this live betting, he's buying people he doesn't know all these drinks, thinking that the Clippers are going to pay for it. And then...
Oh, man.
When they got smoked in the third or fourth.
So basically, guys, I put like $1.5 on the Clippers to beat the Grizzlies at like -200, thinking that was a gimme. And then in play, they were going down by a lot. I was like, perfect. I kept saying to him before, I was like, listen, Jay, so if Clippers go down, I'm going to hammer them. I hope they go down. And he was like, yes, this is perfect. So Memphis were getting 3-pointers, like, great, hammer, boom, Clippers. And then I was at the bar. I felt like I'd already won. And I was like, hey guys, how's it going? I had so much positive energy thinking I was the man. It's like, listen, anyone want a drink? I'm going to get the drinks in. People, yeah, I'll have a margarita, beer. Yeah, I can have a shot. Yeah, go for it. I said, put it on my tab. And then the Grizzlies won. I got my tab, and I remember running to my car to drive home to decode the following day to make sure I try and win my like $2.5 grand back that I just lost. And but I was still laughing, wasn't I? I was actually laughing. I lost $2.5 grand, and I was still laughing at just how funny the story was of me buying people drinks, thinking I'd won.
Like, I just, for some reason, I like had this vision of you like looking left and looking right, and then sprinting out of there.
Mate, you were one of them where, like, in the fourth, Grizzlies got like 15 points in 30 seconds. I was like, what? What the fuck? Eh?
But then the amazing thing for y'all to know though about this story is the next day we had an even bigger Lock City with the Warriors.
Oh, what a code that was! You put that in your top 3 of all time, don't you?
It is, absolutely.
Wow, it was so good.
And half of it or more was not even my work. It was a friend of mine who had seen that stuff. So, but anyways, I will say this though: we were so disciplined that I'm pretty sure we mostly just bet pregame.
Yeah. We just wanted to win, didn't we? Sometimes you just want to win. It's not even about the stake. You want to win partly for our ego because we were so good at what we did. It's like sports, isn't it? You don't like losing. Like when you play sport and you're good, it's hard to accept losing. And so, yeah, we came back and my God, we got the code perfect, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. And it happened perfectly. They were down the whole game and then they ended up winning by 12 in the last few. Or whatever it was. I think they won by 12.
It happens a lot, doesn't it? Where teams down like all 3 quarters and then somehow win by like 12. It's crazy. So often.
Yeah, but that was a super funny story, and like, you know, that's the big thing about this is that we could just decode every day and gamble every day, and we'll probably maybe end up, but it's like. It's not worth all of our energy when there's so much more than sports that we could be looking at. Like,
well, that's what I want to really focus on. People can't understand how I won all that money and I was winning in play and I won all that money on the books and why I'm getting it practically, like in April, I was 94% in my picks, coding daily. People can't understand why I don't bet. And can you basically point in words the positives of stopping betting, because you've recently stopped for the first time properly, like where really you've really like, I'm done with it. How's your life changed by not gambling anymore? What's happened? What have been the benefits? Because I have Patreon. My Patreon is about inspiring people. My codes is one part of it, and I always say if you can win more money than the $10 you're giving me, you can't complain, and you should definitely do that. But I don't gamble anymore. It's changed my life immensely. I won't say why, but let everyone know how you've changed since you stopped gambling, even though you're still unbelievable at decoding and you get practically everything right that you tell me.
Yeah, so basically, I'll just tell y'all very vulnerably and openly that this year has been really wild with the decoding. Like, I basically, my journey, I'll just say very quickly, my journey was that I figured out just after Super Bowl 55, I realized that sports were rigged by these numbers and these codes. And, you know, I've always been connected to mathematics. So I was curious, I went into it, and I started my decoding journey by getting really, really good, but still somehow always turning losses. For like 4 months, I ended up down, right? And I was like, why am I doing this? But it was because I knew it meant something to me. So then, fast forward, I took a 2-month break last summer. After the NBA Finals, I took a 2-month break. And then I came back in September, October, and I just tore it up. Like, I've made all the money back.
What was it, mate? What did you get something like 22 out of 24 correct picks when you came back into it? What was it?
It would go up and down. So sometimes I would be like sometimes it'd be like that, or sometimes I would get like the ones where I really lock city, I just slam them and then I get them right. So it wasn't always that accurate, but it was like.
But you were winning thousands, weren't you? Where you felt like you didn't need to work and get a job.
Right, exactly. And then this year it came around, and I feel like, okay, maybe my decode methods are not the way that they're doing it. But what I think has happened is that in 2022, the codes have changed. And it doesn't mean that we're invalid. It just means that, because I'll tell you this, is that so many times this year, I have been right, but not bet. And then when I do bet, I'm wrong. And what that tells me, because I had the Rams in the Super Bowl, just like you did.
You did. Can you give them your Stafford Rams number that nobody in this community found or has even discussed? Tell them what you found with the Rams and Stafford, the quarterback for the Rams.
Okay. I found this myself. I 100% found it myself. I wrote it on a sticky note in my room. But I did see someone else find it. I don't know if they took it from me or if they found it themselves, but I did see it one more time besides me posting it. But anyways, I found that Matthew Stafford was born exactly on the dot 625 weeks from the last Rams Super Bowl win, and they got their 625th win in Super Bowl 56.
Incredible stuff. Can you do me a favor? I don't really like plugging myself, but can you tell this community, because most of them believe me, can you tell them about the in-play with the LA Rams, with what I was saying?
Well, I'll tell them because you actually said it to me. I think it was on voice message. And I probably have them stored. I mean, we send a lot of them, so it's going to be a while.
Yeah.
I can find them. But anyways, Adam sent me during the game, and I had not even bet on it, which is a shame because I was certain that it was the Rams. But he told me during the game, he was like, "Mate, this is the Rams." Even when Odell Beckham went down, even when Burrow threw the big touchdown pass at the beginning of the third quarter, he kept saying, "Mate, this is the Rams. Mate, this is the Rams." And I was even questioning it, and I was like, "I don't know." And he was like, "No, mate, this is the Rams." And he was absolutely right the whole game.
That's because my spirit as well. Going back to the Super Bowl, I'd quit gambling, hadn't I? There were no emotion.
Yeah, you did not gamble.
I would not have had that conviction I had in my voice saying the Rams were going to win if I had money on it. So my spirit and stuff's got stronger since I stopped gambling for me, because I'm not gambling with emotion now. I'm gambling with these angels guiding me. It's not for me. I'm not gambling. I'm not coding for me anymore. I'm gambling. I'm coding for other people, and that's huge. And I think the universe, if you put yourself before others, it's not great. But when you put others before yourself, that's where you get rewarded without going out of your way to want to be rewarded. It's like karma. People doing good things for people because they want good things to happen to them. That's not how it works, in my opinion.
No. And we'll get into that in a second, but I'll just answer your previous question. What's that noise over there, my friend?
Wait, mate, somebody's it's probably thinking I'm nuts. Somebody's leaving the apartment. I'm going to have to move away from the staircase. Sorry. Buenas tardes.
Oh, okay. It sounded like an earthquake or something over there.
No, somebody's taking out the trash, mate, because I'm literally sat outside my apartment because the internet's better. Again, I'm sat on concrete. I think my ass is getting cut, but it's all worth it for the live, baby.
All right. Anyways, what I was saying was basically, because you asked me, you said, how has not gambling changed my life? So, all right. So, anyways, just to get back to it, I got the Georgia Bulldogs right over the Crimson Tide in the football, and also the Kansas Jayhawks. But I didn't bet on any of those championships. That's why this year has been kind of unfortunate when it comes to gambling. Because I gambled when I was wrong, and then when I was right, I did not. So anyways, I had a lot of losses this year, and what it led me to getting a job because, again, I wasn't winning the way I was last, November and December. And I got the job. I'm not going to specify what it is, but I got a normal job, 9 to 5, and started making the money back slowly. and I was still decoding though while I was working. Like at night I would decode, and then I'd go to work for the day, and then at night I'd decode, go to work the next day. And then what happened was I felt like I was in this prison mentally, and I was losing on the codes, and then like that was coming out of my paychecks, and then I was like, look, I feel like I have to stop. And several times I felt like I had to stop, and then eventually I had some win streak. I had a long win streak again to win some of that money back. And then after that, I had like one more loss, but not a big one, just like one more loss. And then I was like, okay, I'm done with this. And then I had a couple wins and losses, and then I quit for good. And I'll tell you this, Adam, I feel more free working a 9 to 5 than I did when I was trying to decode for full time. And I never thought I'd say that. I truly didn't think that.
I know, it doesn't make sense, does it? When you break it down, you think, how does it make sense? Like that a 9 till 5 gives me more freedom than being at home and not having a boss or anything. But what you do, the job that you have, we won't say what it is, you are inspiring so many people and you're gifted at it. So share your gift with the world and get paid for it.
Mate, it's wild because, I think the biggest thing is when you put money on a game, you are at the mercy of, you're at the control of the code and the athletes and whoever is controlling whatever,
the magic, whatever it is, you're not in control of the outcome, basically.
You're not in control of the outcome. And like when you go to work every day, let's say you have a presentation or you have, maybe a meeting or something, you are in control of how you act in that meeting or in that presentation. And then maybe you get a raise, or maybe your boss is happy, which is great for you, So I like dealing with what is controllable now. And I
control the controllable. Mate, I've had a bit of a shocker here. I've had a tiny bit of a shocker, but this is classic illusion. I think it's why people like me. Mate, I've just been fucking bit on my foot by a mosquito. I'm having a shocker here, mate. It's itching like fuck. Now it's by my face. I've had a shocker there, guys. I've just been bit by a mosquito on my foot and it's fucking itching like hell. J-Sol was really like opening up there. It was incredible. But now my foot's itching. J-Sol, my foot's itching. But my left hand has my phone. My right hand's holding the laptop. And I can't fucking scratch my fucking foot. I've had a shocker here, lads. Oh, fuck me, man. And it's got my ankle as well, mate. It's on my ankle right now. Oh, lad, I'm having a shocker here. But I'm gonna, oh, God. Ah! It's on my arm! J-Sol, like, oh, no. Anyway, it's just blood. It's only a mosquito. Let's keep going. Oh, this is not good, mate. Let's keep going. Sorry about that.
Mate, you would think that the mosquito's related to John Moran.
Yeah, maybe that mosquito is John Moran. I blame the Jesuits for this mosquito bite. There's multiple ones now. Anyway, I loved what you were saying, how like when you're at work and you have to do a presentation and it's on you, you have to plan it, you have to deliver it. That's you. You're not relying on some 7-foot Masonic prick to hit a dunk to win your money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't have to rely on other people because, like when working out, like I hope that everyone that's listening either is working out or plans to, eventually, because when you're working out, you have full control of what you're doing, and having control can definitely, lead to a lot more manifestation in the positive sense. Like you create your reality is something that people with victim mentality will not accept. And once you ascend from your victim mentality into, past the frequency of courage above 200, then you start really creating some beautiful things in your life.
When you just take responsibility for your life and stop blaming others. That's why I tell people in my community, if you win all this money off my picks, it's on you. You placed the bet. You took the chance, and if it misses, it's on you as well. Like take responsibility, with whatever you do. People are leaving some funny comments. They're saying it's a MI6 mosquito. Somebody said it's the Queen. Somebody said it's Bill Gates mosquito. Somebody called it a bat-squito. Mosquito equals 42. Oh my God. Mate, my nose is fucking itching now. Wait a second. My nose is itching. All right. Anyway, mate, keep going. Like, you're inspirational, mate, with your knowledge. It's unbelievable. And I want you also, at some point in the live, tell people about your diet and how important diet is. Your diet's better than mine.
I could go into that right now.
Yeah. Talk about your diet and how it makes you feel. And I always mention things like almost every commercial is promoting junk food on the TV. McDonald's, Pizza Hut. All that, the alcohol, whatever it is, they don't promote anything that's good for you on commercials. So,
I swear, every Netflix show has alcohol in it, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly, mate, exactly. So, just tell people a little bit about your diet, because you mentioned in one of your lyrics that you forgive people who judge you for going vegan. That was an amazing line, like an incredible line. But tell people about your diet. You care more about your diet than I do, although my diet's pretty good. It's nowhere near at your level.
Yeah, that lyric that you heard that's unreleased, so y'all will hear that eventually if I ever release that song. But I agree, that was pretty cool. But anyways, yeah. So I've been eating for a few years now. I've been eating vegetarian, so I'll still eat eggs, but I don't eat any animals, no fish. I also I don't eat dairy and I don't eat gluten either. Those are because those like mess up my gut and some other things too as a result. So I don't eat gluten, dairy, or any animals, but I do eat eggs, and I also stopped eating that synthetic meat stuff that they're pushing because whenever they push anything on the media, I'm not a fan, especially Bill Gates. So once he started saying eat the synthetic meat, and I was eating a lot of it for protein, I stopped eating that, and I just transitioned more to like tofu and eggs and some other like hemp seeds, chia seeds, pistachios, things of that nature, like nut seeds. And I like tofu. I know some people are going to be like, oh, it's soy, blah, blah, blah. You got to, like, I want to eat something. I'm not going to eat nothing. So I like the tofu, and I'm really lean and strong. I'm not, I'm not like growing.
Yeah, you're in phenomenal shape, aren't you? Your body, you look great.
Thank you, mate. But I just mean like nothing bad is happening to me from eating tofu, so I like it and I feel really good. So anyway, so I hardly eat any sugar. I eat fruits because obviously that's the highest vibrational food.
It's natural, isn't it? It's grown from the earth, not in a lab.
It is. Right, exactly. And then I don't do any caffeine. I don't do any alcohol. I don't do any. Those are like the two main things. I don't do any caffeine or alcohol.
I don't drink any coffee. I don't drink coffee either. I occasionally have a couple of beers though, for sure. I only really drink once a week.
Yeah, it's not good, but but just my biggest thing is if you feel good, then what you're doing is probably good. But our bodies adapt to eating garbage too, and then we think we feel good, and it doesn't. When you get off it.
It's because it's got the additives in, which we get addicted to, which brings us pleasure. It's like porn.
It is.
And then you feel terrible afterwards. Like same when you have junk food. When you're eating it, it's like glorious, and then you feel horrific afterwards.
I feel horrific right away now that my body's been like so tuned to a good diet. I would just feel horrible right away.
Just looking at junk food can turn my stomach at times. Like when I drive past McDonald's on the way to work, it pisses me off with a big giant M for Mason, Masonic. But I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe when I was a kid, I was like, Daddy, can you get me a Happy Meal? Or I get a Big Mac meal, and it was like the highlight of my day. You couldn't pay me $2,000 to eat a Big Mac meal now. You couldn't.
I know.
I'm being serious.
Me too.
Disgraceful.
No, me too, mate. No, me too. It's crazy you say that because I agree. It was like that for me when I was growing up. I would love to go to fast food, and it's crazy because there is addictive properties in those foods. I don't care what people say. I was definitely like Taco Bell and stuff. Definitely.
It's not food, mate. You can't even call it food at this point.
I agree.
It's just poison. It's poison. It's just
fast poison, baby. 444. It's 444 in Eastern time right now.
Is it 444 when we're talking about poison? And 44 is that big kill number, like hospital 44, chemo 44, cancers 44.
Mate, whenever I see the triple numbers, though, like 444, 555, whatever, it confirms whatever I'm saying in that moment. So
I know the universe is confirming what you're saying out loud.
You just said it's not even food.
Yeah, I know, but you know, I keep telling you about these syncs I'm having with the universe daily because I don't share them with everybody. Do you have them as well? Can you talk about one other than the one you just said? Have you had one recently where you're like, literally, I was talking about that number or about that particular thing, and then boom, it appeared?
Oh, I'm gonna tell you one that's outrageous. I don't know if I sent you it, but a while ago, it's somewhat recent. I commented on someone's song, and on SoundCloud, I commented on someone's song, and for some reason, I've never said this before, but I was called to say, "What a style," is what I said. What a style. And for some reason, right when I said it, because I listened to whatever intuition was telling me, I knew it was going to be synced somehow to that song. Now listen to this. If y'all all go on your Gematria and type in "what a style," it's 134 English ordinal. And
That's when Kobe Bryant retired as well, isn't it? The 13th of April, 13th.
And Hank Aaron debuted as well.
Oh, when Hank Aaron debuted, yeah. Remember when we nailed the Braves for the World Series with Hank?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, that was good times when we literally had Hank Aaron in every decode. But he was there, wasn't he? His numbers were there, every one. Tell me a little bit about your Hank Aaron knowledge. Pull out your Hank Aaron knowledge just quickly. It's insane what you know about Hank Aaron.
Well, I'll tell you real quick. I'll just finish the last thing with that.
Okay.
So I commented, "What a style." So again, you can type it in. It's 134 English ordinal, which is one of my favorites. And it was literally, mate, it was 1 minute 34 seconds into the song when I commented it.
Oh, mate, don't you just love that, eh? Mate, I've got 25 likes as you said that, and Elizabeth became the queen at 25, and she's going to die at 25.
And Hank Aaron's birthday is 2/5, mate.
Oh, yeah, Hank Aaron's 2/5. His birthday, just like Ronaldo and Neymar. The two of the most famous footballers, their birthday's 2/5. David Beckham, England legend, his birthday's 5/2, which can be written 2/5.
You know, Brady beat the Atlanta. Oh my gosh, Brady beat the Atlanta Falcons on 2/5.
Yeah, when the Patriots were down by 25 points.
Yeah, 25 points, right? 25 points, and it was on 2/5, and that's Hank's.
Mate, and when you type in Falcons, it gets you 25. And Pope.
Oh, wow.
And we know Brady's connected to the Pope, innit? Because Pope Francis was born 1217, the 199th prime, and then Brady was the 199th pick, the 6th round, of course, the 6th. And 199 is the 46th prime. Tom Brady gets you 46, and he retired 46 days, mate, after the Pope's birthday. And then he retired 319 days before the Pope's birthday. Super Bowl 55 finished 31-9. And Chauvin, who we always talk about, who killed George Floyd, was born 319, March the 19th.
Yeah, and Andy Reid's birthday is 319.
The Kansas coach, his birthday is 319 as well. And the Super Bowl finished 31-9 against Kansas, where Mahomes couldn't even throw a touchdown.
Dude, oh, I know, that was outrageous.
But do you know the 31-9 got you a cheeky 9/11 riddle? 31's the 11th prime, so it was like 9/11, the score.
Okay. I see what you're saying. That makes sense.
Bro, I've got 27 likes, and Brady won Super Bowl 55 on 2-7.
Mate, but what I was going to say when you said Tom Brady equals 46, I need to confirm this. I'm going to pull out.
Yeah, Tom Brady's 46, and so is the word Catholic, and the first Catholic president of the US, JFK, was assassinated at 46. Load of bullshit, never died.
He played for the University of Michigan. Isn't Michigan 46?
I think so, and he won number 10, didn't he? And Super Bowl 55, the 10th fib and try, was his 10th Super Bowl.
Michigan's 46. Michigan's 64 and 46.
Of course it fucking is. Of course it is, mate. It's a joke. It's a real joke, mate. But this knowledge is powerful, isn't it? And you and I have fun with it. We get a buzz out of sharing it. You know what I mean? Like, but talking about this stuff brings us joy. Knowledge brings us joy. And what we just said there doesn't win us money because it's about the past. But it's just like we are decoding the matrix, mate. Can you believe that? Do you ever have a moment in your day where you're like, I'm just Jay Soul, like, how the fuck did I learn to decode the matrix. Do you think that angels are guiding you like I believe, or not?
I really do have those moments during the day, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I decode and I make music and I like do all this stuff that, 3 years ago I didn't do any. Started making music a little over 2 years ago, and I started decoding last year. Right after, like I said, right after Super Bowl 55. So I can't believe that. Well, obviously I can believe that's not a good choice of words, but it's outrageous. It's absurd to me that we've changed so quickly and gained so much knowledge in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, my mate Red Pill Monkey, who I love to bits, another person who I have so much respect for, who I've never met. He's basically like me. He's like my brother in a weird way. We have the same outlook on life. He's in England, and he said, "How did you learn all of this in 2 years? It don't make any sense. Like, how do you know what you know in 2?" And I'm like, I don't know, because it's not me. It can't just be me to acquire all this knowledge in 2 years. It doesn't make sense. And I didn't go looking for it either. I didn't go looking for this knowledge. I didn't have a moment where I was like, I just want to learn about so much about all these things. It just happened organically.
So organically, mate.
Yeah, beautiful. Like truly, truly beautiful. Can I share one of your songs now? Like have a little break of talking and just play one of your songs?
Yeah, but just make sure it sounds okay, because I think they were saying that it was a little bit too close to the mic or something.
All right. What about the one you recently sent me that's on SoundCloud? Should I play that one, or is there any one in particular that you want?
Yeah, you could play the one that I dropped last night. It's called Seeing, but you could also. You want to play your favorite though?
I've already played that one, but that is my personal favorite. Would you mind if I play that one? Because it gives. I have to. I'm playing that one, mate, because Liverpool just won the FA Cup 33 years after the Hillsborough disaster, and this song focuses on 33.
Mate, play this one, and just for y'all to know, it's not a final product, but I will get it released soon, probably.
It's so good, mate. It's so good. I've got to find it.
For those of y'all who are listening, though, if you do want to listen to the songs that I have out there, especially the one that was out, last night, then I would look at my SoundCloud. It's Jay Saw, and I'm sure, mate, are you able to post it in the chat, like my SoundCloud link?
I don't think I can, mate, because it's on my phone. And
okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to do it.
See if you right. Okay, whilst I play it, you can try and leave your link. Okay.
I'm gonna leave my link. Yeah, I'll do that
right. And guys, just so you know, I've been talking about 33 for so long. I had my weighting at 33. I was born on 33. Dating emoji. 33 is a magical number. That's why when you type in magic, it gets you 33. Watch my reaction. Watch my reaction when he every time I listen to this. I listen to it on the way to work all the time, on repeat. When he says 33, that's my energy. It does something to me. I feel it when he says that.
I say it's my energy because.
You're saying energy, like inner gangster? I thought you meant energy. Is it play on words?
No, energy because it's a play on words with the fact that 33 is the Masonic.
Oh, mate, that's insane. Inner G, because G is obviously what the Freemasons use, don't they? The 7th letter of the alphabet for geometry or God or whatever they use it for.
Well, mate, I know that the people listening will know this, but the Francis Bacon, the capital G is 33 in Francis Bacon.
Wow, I didn't know that, mate. I've learned something today. Fuck. Capital G in Francis Bacon. I don't really use all the other ciphers, but Francis Bacon, a.k.a. Shakespeare.
Right, and that's the Vatican's language, apparently, is the Francis Bacon. So the G is, capital G is 33, and when I say 33, that's my inner G.
Inner G, oh my God. And we had the G7 meeting, the G7 summit, and G's the 7th letter, a cheeky 77, like the London bombings on 77, Brady born in 77, England knocked out Denmark in Euro 2020, semi-final in 7-7.
The inner G, though, mate, the thing is that when these people in these societies use these numbers, I want to explain that they're not evil numbers. What they're doing is they're distorting angelic, sacred numbers.
They're infiltrating everything that's pure. That's what I keep saying. There's no evil. There's no such thing as an evil number. 201-33. When people go, you're waiting at 33, you're a Freemason. It's like, wake the fuck up. It's a beautiful number.
Mate, 33. Listen to this really fast. Is that the 33 is a beautiful number. There's 33 vertebrae in the spine, and when you do semen retention and you're ascending the fluid, it's going up your 33 vertebrae and crucifying into your brain.
That's why they say Jesus died at 33 AD, but it was a metaphor, you think, don't you, for consciousness?
It could. Look, I'm at a point where I can't prove it either way, but
Yeah.
I do know that the esoteric meaning is still true, even if he was real and he did, and the story was true.
The esoteric meaning still makes sense, yeah.
The esoteric meaning's still there because there's 33 vertebrae in the spine, and your Christ fluid, your chrism oil, whatever you want to call it, is your semen. So that's what gets reabsorbed into the blood when you retain it, which is so essential. And I recommend it for any man that's listening to this. It's really good for you. And if you have, some people say to me, they're like, hey, I have a hard time with this. And I understand that because I think the majority of people who haven't done it would. But the thing is, there's methods.
It's hard to give up anything that brings you pleasure. That's why it's hard to give up decoding. That's why it's hard to give up masturbating. That's why it's hard to give up alcohol. Why it's hard to give up fast food. It's really hard to give up things that bring you pleasure, and that includes like masturbating, which brings everybody pleasure. Like short term, you feel terrible after. But
the thing is, though, mate, it's your God fluid. It's your literal God fluid.
It's your energy. It's your energy. What did we call it? It's your life force. That's why you create a life with it.
It's your life force. You create a life with it. It can create. I mean, that oil is so sacred, and it literally, like, when I started retaining, my music got better. Anything creative that you do gets better. Your relationship with women becomes a lot more loving and less lustful.
And I told you when I had the month of semen retention, you said I was doing my greatest ever work. I was hitting every code, and every time I went out, mate, no joke, every time I went out, women were drawn towards me. It's like I had some sort of powerful energy around me, because I swear down, it's like they could sense it. I don't know, but I could feel it.
Mate, it has to do with, yes, they do sense it, but mate, it has to do with this. What woman would want to be with a man that, like, doesn't love them unconditionally? And when I say unconditionally, I mean that, like, men that literally, they'll, like, it gets me a little emotional, because I think about, like, a man would, like, need the woman to do something for them just to give them love, and I don't resonate with that. I'd rather see a relationship where the man and the woman want to be together, so that's why they're making love, rather than it being like contractual. Because
well, that's marriage. Marriage is a contract, isn't it? A con like.
Right.
So yeah, marriage is a contract. People stay together for financial reasons or because it's going to upset their kids. But true love is not forced. Like,
it's not forced, mate. It comes back to what you said. You shouldn't be forcing anything.
Yeah, you shouldn't be forcing anything. No, it's not natural to force things. It's not at all. So yeah, thank you for that. You inspired my semen retention video. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have done that video. I know it changed a lot of people's lives, and that's because of you. That was because of you. I did the video. I spoke about it. I present my work very well, but I wouldn't have done it if it weren't for you.
Oh, thank you, mate. Well, I'm really, that's one of the biggest things that I like. One of my biggest reasons that I'm here is because I started retaining, and I recommend it for literally anyone. And I have no shame behind it either, because I know how good it is for men. I know how good it is for their soul, and for their body too. Actually, my digestion.
Your skin, I got stronger, mate. I was
stronger too.
I was lifting more, and I could run. I was going runs every night where I could have run as far as I wanted to run. And I was having a chat with someone the other day. Another 26. A marathon is 26 miles. Another 26 for Elizabeth. A marathon is 26 miles.
Mate, you told me that you were playing soccer the best you've played in years.
Yeah, I was getting 5, 6, 7 goals every game. Yeah, people couldn't touch me when I was retaining. They couldn't get anywhere near me.
Yeah, it's so real, mate. I'm sure the athletes do it too. I'm sure the athletes are in.
Well, they tell, don't they? They tell you with boxers. They actually tell you with boxers that they can't have sex whilst in a training camp.
Yeah, I believe it.
So it obviously serves a good purpose, or they won't be giving it up. That's why they're saying, like, international tournaments, that the wives are not allowed to go and stay in the hotel room because they know they're going to be having sex. So it obviously brings a lot of positives to your performance in many ways, but more your mental than your physical. So what I'm going to do, J Sol, I'm going to play your song because I'm eager for it. I'm ready. I'm eager for it, man, because it's so, mate, you're one of those people who knows you're good, but you don't rave on about it, but you don't know how good you are, if you get what I mean. You know you're good, but you don't know how good you really fucking are. And people need to hear you. They need to hear this song and your other songs. And I'm not here promoting some famous rapper or some famous musician or anything like that who's in the mainstream. This is just one guy who's a fucking incredible talent, and not just rapping, but just an incredibly talented person. And the world needs to hear this. And I know the world won't, because they don't want beautiful songs going out there. They want you to be talking about hookers and shooting people and all that bullshit. They don't want to hear this sacred knowledge. So I'm going to press play. I'm going to try and move my back, mate. I feel like my back's going to break. My back's against this shitty wall, and my foot's still itching from the mosquito bite. So I'm going to play it now. Is that okay?
Mate, let me just finish the seamer attention with one more point.
Okay.
When like making love appropriately, the man does not release, and you can have an orgasm without releasing, and then you're actually making love. There's a book called The Perfect Matrimony that by Samael Anwar, which is actually, I referenced him in this song that Adam's about to play. And then Samael Anwar. And then there's another book called Cupid's Poisoned Arrow. And I forgot who the author was, but it's really good. So anyways, those are, if y'all want to read about semen retention and like why and how to make love without doing that.
That's amazing. Yeah. When you're making love with somebody, you want to put the other person before your needs. You know what I mean? That's when it really, the magic happens. Not where it's just you're doing it for your own personal gain and finishing in 2 minutes and being all happy with yourself. No, that's not making love. That's just using somebody.
Exactly. That was amazing. So, okay, I'm ready.
I'm going to play it. Just quick question before I play it. Somebody says, Happy Face Man, who's a great guy, says, does he wear a cap like a rapper does, Adam? Do you wear hats a lot or not, like me?
It's situational. I don't wear the flat bills as much. I'll wear like the curved brim, but I think that's the word. But I don't wear them all the time. It's just situational for me.
For me, one of the main reasons I wear a hat is because my hair's so shite. Like if I had really nice hair, I probably wouldn't wear hats. I obviously wear hats when I coach because the sun's insane. But when I was younger and I had good hair, I never wore a hat. But now my hair's so shite, you'll often see me wearing a hat.
It's situational for me. I do wear them sometimes. I have a few sweet hats that I wear.
Yeah, you like wearing beanie hats more than caps, though, don't you? You like beanie hats.
Yeah, I like the beanies too. I like all the seasons.
All right, mate. Somebody just said I had a handsome face. Thank you, Brody. I'll take that, mate, all day long, baby. Right, I'm gonna play it, mate. People want to hear this, mate, and they'll check out your music for sure because it's so goddamn good. Especially if they're having an awakening right now, they'll feel the words and the beat. So I'm gonna press it. I'm gonna play it now, okay, mate?
You do that, and I'm gonna mute myself, and I'm gonna send my link in the chat.
All right, perfect. I'm gonna play it now. Cheers, lad. Here we go, guys. Check this out. It's just, I hope you feel the energy or your energy from this song. I didn't even know it was energy. What a play on words. Check this out, guys. So good, man. So fucking good. And let me get it. Come on, where's the volume on it? 1 second. I'm going to close my WhatsApp. Give me a moment. Wait, J Soul, I figured it out. I have to call you back because I can't play your audio whilst I'm on the phone to you. I've just figured it out. So I'll call you back I'll play the song, then I'll call you back. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, just make sure it sounds good.
No, it will sound good, but the reason it's not making volume now is because I'm actually in a call with you. So I can't do both.
Okay, yeah, call me back after.
I'll call you back, baby.
Cheers, lad.
All right, bye. All right, here we go. All right, now I'll be able to play it. Obviously, I couldn't play the audio whilst I was on the phone to him. All right, here we go. I listened to this on my way to work, man. On repeat. And it doesn't take any data, which is good. All right, where is it? So many messages, guys. Sorry, give me a moment. Even 33, that's my energy. Just the way he delivers the words as well, like you can feel it. It's not forced, nobody's written it for him, he wrote it himself. Like, here we go.
Oh, Rach, you're adorable.
Just get this right. All right. Hey. What's to see? Synchronicity. Manifesting like it's destiny. Ton of energy. There's no end to me. Talking 33. It's my energy. Yeah. Talking 33. It's my energy. When my soul's aligned, truly feel divine. Sacred oil travels on my spine to my pineal gland. A shocking climb. When I heard of Seth speaks, then I heard of neck deep. Now I feel my chest breathe. Puzzle piece, I don't cheat. Quit the marriage, check for me. Now I'm stable like the geeks. Running numbers, now it's me. I decode the matrix with the garner patience. I believe in saving, lay inside your hatred that leads you to cave into your lower vices. Why you call these things devices? When they're maximizing vices. You addicted, don't just fight it, tell the truth. I'll recite it, make a mantra, no more hiding. Let's start healing and inviting meditation with some guidance. I love sword and this blessing from the life force and this message. Just retain your powers.
Oh, Rach, you're adorable.
What's to see? Synchronicity. Manifesting like it's destiny. Ton of energy. There's no end to me. Talking 33. It's my energy. Yeah. Talking 33. It's my energy. When my soul's aligned, truly feel divine. Sacred oil travels on my spine to my pineal gland. A shocking climb when I heard of Samael on war. Hole in one, not a bar. Hole in one, not a bar. Tons of sacred knowledge sent to me in college so that I could further polish solace to the demons and eventually my wallet. Weapon my season just freezing, did not know what I should call it. No more logic, no more reason, just awaken, no more stalling. Had to learn to keep on breathing was the only way for falling. Learn the media deceiving like the angels that it fallen. Social media, I'm leaving, yeah I know it's so appalling, but the best way to conceive it, talking about your soul, talking about your freedom. Metaphysically. Just get this right. All right.
Oh, Rach, you're adorable.
What's to see? Synchronicity. Manifesting like it's destiny. Ton of energy. There's no end to me. Talking 33. It's my energy. Yeah. Talking 33. It's my energy. When my soul's aligned, truly feel divine. Sacred oil travels on my spine to my pineal gland. A shocking climb when I heard of what? I just feel so divine and I feel love.
There's 33 likes. There's 33 likes, Jace. There's 33 likes after the song. 33, that's my energy. 44 in the live. Oh, man. I'm calling him back. No, I don't need to see. Oh, my God. The 33 likes. No way. It's synchronicity. Mate, there's 33 likes. Your song's about synchronicity and 33. There's 33 likes, mate, after the song finished.
Absolutely outrageous,
Mate, can you see the 33 likes?
Mate, let me check.
Mate, there's 33 likes after your song about 33, that's my energy. There's 33 likes, mate.
Wow. No, mine says 31 after I just liked it but I think yours would be more updated.
Matt, I swear down it was 33. It's now 36, which is my age. And if Elizabeth dies May the 20th, I'm going to be 36 years old in 36 days, mate. Did you know that?
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to be 36 years old in 36 days if she dies on May the 20th, mate.
Wow.
36, mate. 6 times 6 is 36, and today is 6 days before she might die. If she goes that day, I was meant to do this, I'm telling you. Even if I wasn't, I was meant to do this. But, mate, that song is so special. It's actual music. It's got spirit and soul. It's not just the same nonsense you'll see in the clubs, the same repetitive songs by artists that have no talent. They're just pushing agendas. What a song. What a fucking song that actually I feel. How long did it take to write? Where did it come from? Did you write it in one go? Was it something that you kept going back to? Where did you get the beat from? It's fucking unbelievable, mate. Like, outrageous. And somebody's asking this. I'll let you answer it. I could answer it. But somebody said, is 33 a good number? I'd like you to answer that, not me.
Yeah, absolutely. Basically, 33 vertebrae in the spine. So the opportunity we have here to take the energy from our lowest chakra and ascend that oil into your brain every, I believe it's like 28 or 29 days with the moon cycles.
28. It's 28. That's why the calendar should be, the calendar is 52 weeks. 52 divided by 4 is 13, not 12. There should be 13 months with 28 days in each month, and 28 is the seventh try, 7 days in a week.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. But anyways, mate, yeah, 33, the opportunity we have here to become so much more powerful than we are taught that is even possible. Did I tell
you my dream when the voice came to me and said, you are more powerful than you will ever know? You all are. When I had that dream, did I ever tell you that recently?
No, hey, tell me
I should. That it wasn't long ago. It was about a few months ago. I had a dream, and I don't really have many dreams. And I heard this voice as clear as day, and I didn't see a visual with it. It said, you are powerful. No, you are so powerful, you all are, or something. Or you are more powerful than you will ever imagine, you all are. I've shared it with multiple people, and I woke up and something went inside of my body. Something went inside of my body. I was sweating, and it wasn't like a nightmare. It was like this sacred moment. You are more powerful than you will ever imagine. You all are. And I think when it said you all are is when when it said you all are, it made me realize I need to put other people before myself, and universe means one. Uni means one, the prefix. So yeah, I'm sorry I didn't share that with you. It's the most powerful dream I've ever had.
Wow.
Yeah, you're more powerful than you'll ever know, or something, or you'll ever imagine. You all are. It was the you all are the you all are was more important than me being more powerful. It was you all are. I was like, fuck, we are. Imagine we all figured that out. Imagine we all figured that out. What would happen?
I need to tell you. I need to say it. I'm going to say it, and I don't, I just need to say it. And it's something that's been on my mind a lot with your videos lately. I need to say it.
Okay.
The community is under some delusional behavior. Some of the people in the community, when they're telling you to unite with someone who's so negative and toxic and not spiritual at all.
I think I know who you're talking about. Keep going.
Mate, when you tell someone to unite with someone who is so poisonous for consciousness and who steals people's work because he's not good enough to keep people himself. Was it
you who told me that he recited my Golden State Warriors code, or was that someone else?
I thought he recited, I told you that he took your Atlanta Braves code.
He took my Atlanta Braves code as well. Fuck me. Yeah. And he accuses me of stealing.
Mate, I'm not even going to say his name.
Yeah, don't say his name. I said I wouldn't mention his name again, but anyone who knows this community knows who we're talking about. But keep going, because I agree with you.
I need to say, though, we are powerful spiritual beings. We are not under the control of anyone but ourselves. And this person loves to say that we need to stand up and rise, even though he's not doing anything because he's a coward. I just don't think that we should even put any attention. That's why I'm not saying his name. We should not give him.
Did I tell you that this guy recently called me a nobody?
Mate, that's because you didn't sell out.
I know, I guess, yeah, I know, but he called me a nobody and a clown. It's like, all right, mate.
I think he's sold out, and he's not spiritual, so there's really no merit. Once you learn that gematria is a thing, you should just learn it on your own and do things and be creative. Maybe take a Bible verse from the King James Version and put it in and see what you see. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, exactly. Like with this knowledge that you gather, it's up to you what you do with it. I was saying that in my last live. There's knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is gathering information. Wisdom is knowing what to do with that knowledge.
Yes.
And I know what you're saying with this particular person. When you're new to this and you have the awakening, like we both did, you find him or her, and you're blown away by the numbers. You're blown away by the numbers and the syncs, and you're like, wow, wow, wow. And then when you get to a certain awakening, you're like, I don't need to hear about a celebrity death anymore, and a rapper's death when they probably didn't even die. I don't want to act like. Buenas tardes. Necesito ayuda. Oh, perdón. Gracias. Sorry, Jay. So I'm sat in the staircase. People walking past me. Somebody walking past me with like. I don't even know what he's carrying, mate, but it looks like it's about 300 pounds. It looks like he's going to collapse. That's why I asked him if he needed help. But like there's no, you don't go spiritually with this person. He shits on people who believe in the flat earth. He shits on people who believe in God. He tells you that man is in control of everything. That it's the Jesuit order that's behind everything. Bullshit. They're just Satanists who are doing Satan's work.
What you just said. You're telling me that they've been telling us the complete truth about the Earth's size and the shape, but then they're not telling the truth about what happened in a news story? Why would that make any sense?
Why would they put globes in every single classroom as well and have like Universal have the globe, like the big Universal company for movies? Like
I've not seen one picture or video of the Earth being round that looked organic. I've not seen one.
Mate, it's about as real as the fucking moon landing, mate.
Yeah, that's right.
Which people still believe in, which is just outrageous. Remember the moon landing was on 27, and it was in 69 on the 201st day of the year, and the Jesuit order 69 and 201. The Chili Peppers said, "Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement." Like, just telling you the truth. In the songs, and they're all inverted, by the way. I know you don't really agree with me on that type of stuff, but
I just don't even think. I just try not to even think about stuff like that.
No, well, I always say like there's a moon bump where you can get that fakes that you're pregnant. I say the moon landing is about as real as a moon bump.
Oh wow.
So yeah, we won't get into that topic. I'm going to do my own separate videos on that, but we won't talk about this particular person any longer, I guess. But I'm glad that I think because you and I, we've got our turning 33, that's my energy. You see that this person is nothing but a controlled fraud who acts like he's superior, when in reality, I think the information he's received has not been earned from him, it's been given. We've earned this information, mate. Nobody's given us it. And he tries shit on people like me because I'm at a different level to him, and that doesn't mean me arrogant. I think there's at least 10, 20 people who are at a different level to him. And just because he's had so many views and channels and this and that, and he came around it first, I don't give a shit. The original's not always the best. You know what I'm saying, baby? It's not how it works. And that guy, when you have your awakening and you find gematria, it straight away takes you to him. And that's not an accident.
Absolutely, it's not. And I'll tell you this. Like, for instance, I know the music industry is dark, but let me just give you an example of what it would look like if the situation were different with that person, okay?
Yeah.
The original OG rappers of the 80s and 90s that a lot of people still enjoy, even if they don't believe they were with clean intentions.
Yeah.
Those people, they would want someone to surpass them. They would want someone to be better than them eventually, because that's what any person who's an OG that has any type of respect for themselves would want for someone else to surpass them.
I think if you respect and appreciate the knowledge or the talent, you want to see people get better and make that talent more out there for people to appreciate.
Absolutely.
Simple as that, man. And shitting on people. I know people have said, Adam, it's why I called him. This is the thing where it all started, mate. I called him out because he'd called me out, and then I apologized because a lot of people in the community said, Adam, you're one of the very best. Zach's one of the best, or at least is the most well known. It's not good for the community to have two of the best going at each other. And I sat down and I reflected, and I was like, that makes sense. All right, I don't have to shit on this guy, but I don't have to be his friend. So I called him up. I said, listen, mate, maybe I'm a bit harsh on you. I don't even know you. I've never met you. I apologize for saying X, Y, and Z about you. And he was like, great, thank you. You're the only person who's had the balls to actually call me up and apologize. And then a few weeks later, but I was trying to be like people, you fall for the trap of be the bigger man. People always say be the bigger man, but in reality, I just do what my spirit tells me now. And then he's come out and said, this illusion, well, he didn't even say my name because he didn't want people knowing who I am. He didn't even say my name. He was like, this guy or the guy with the British accent. He never says the illusion. And he's gone, this guy called me up, like apologizing, basically like a little bitch and telling me that I inspired him and the Queen stuff. It's like, it's such a lie. So when I heard him on the live lie about me, like lie 3 or 4 times, I was like, now I know I can say whatever the fuck I want about you, you lying toe rag. I will say I did call him and I did apologize and all of those things. And I don't feel embarrassed for calling him and apologizing. Most people don't have the balls to accept that maybe they're wrong or even apologize, or they apologize just because they think it's the right thing to do, but they don't mean it. So I did all of those things with him. He calls me out, can't even say my name. And the reality is, how he has 5,000 patrons might be a lie. If he's controlled, they might be lying. Because I've learned with psychology, J Soul. Then I'll let you talk. Sorry, my bad. I've learned with psychology, with the human brain. If they have you believe that one person's successful and they can do this through the money they make, through their likes they get on a video, through how many people sub to them, the way the human psyche works is that person must be successful, so I must like that person. Or this song's #1, so it must be a good song. So does this guy have 5,000 people paying him on Patreon? Or is that just to give you the illusion that you should be paying him? Because if 5,000 people are paying him, then he must be good. But in reality, his Patreon's horseshit, awful. His pics are shite. He don't even post sports pics anymore, and he don't respond to your messages. So I'm not telling people, hey, leave Zach, come to me. Just save yourself some fucking money and don't give it to that. Oh, first time I just said his name, my bad. Anyway, geez. Sorry. Go on, say one last thing and then we'll move on.
Yeah, I just want to say one more thing is that I see on a lot of your videos, well, maybe not a lot, but several, I see that people are saying to unite, but when someone is not able to be united with, there's no reason to waste. And actually, I'm not going to say waste. This is a crucial thing. Nothing is a waste of energy, but there is a misuse and a good use of energy.
Brilliant.
So it's a misuse of energy. It's a misuse of energy to even entertain uniting with someone.
It's like the thing you say, like there's no regrets, there's just experiences.
Exactly.
Having regrets and living in the past and not letting yourself to ascend or grow is just part of your journey. And we always talk about it's been part of our journey. So when you do lose bets, or you do have this, or you do have a divorce, or you do have that, or you do break your leg, or somebody does call you out, or if the Queen doesn't die May the 20th, I believe in my journey, and I believe it is what it is, and I'll grow and I'll get better. Like we always did when we missed the code, we always fucking got it right the next one. We didn't cry and bitch and give up. We believed the process, trust the process. And yeah, people have to be wary of this whole thing about unite. Charlie Chaplin, Turn No See Sideways 33. He did a whole speech about uniting. You got Manchester United and all this stuff. No, you can't just unite with people who don't earn it. You've got to be around people who help you grow and you can help them grow. You can't just let's have the gematria community all unite and let's all be best friends and go by a campfire and have a community. That's not how it goes down. That's a dream. in my opinion. Oh, send me money. People sent him like 30 grand to create a community. Well, where's that community gone? Well, it never was there in the first place. A load of shit deceiving people's good nature. That's what these Satanists do. They take advantage of the average person's good nature or naive nature. I don't know if it's good or naive or a combination, probably.
But I'll say this is that united we stand, divided we fall. That is true because I have been saying that a lot. And the reason I say it is not because it's easy. Because like you just said, it's not easy. But when I was growing up, we could have different opinions and still be best friends. And now it's been very polarized. So like something that I've been working on doing is entertaining when people disagree with me and not having the need to be right and just listening to them and then working through it without being really, harsh and judgmental because, their truth is their truth. And I really don't think that I should be trying to change that. I think the biggest thing is helping them realize where they could get to. You know what I mean?
Well, do you hear my saying where I always say you got to find the truth within you? That's why you is the middle letter of the word truth.
Wow.
You got to find your own truth. I keep saying you got to find your own truth. You can't just you can't get it from a book. You can't get it from your parents. You can't get it from the education system. You have to find your own truth. People might influence the way you see the world, but in reality, it's on you to find your own truth. That's how I see it. So people can be inspired by what I do and want to see the world exactly the way I see it. And if that is their truth as well, fantastic. But people are getting their truth through the mainstream that lie. So we're living in a world full of deception where people are getting the truth when truth is within you and the truth that they're feeding you is complete bullshit.
Yeah.
And universal, that's why I say I don't like being in the majority anymore. Why would you want to be with the majority in a satanic system? I always say the universe is beautiful, the system's satanic. Do you agree with that?
I think it's more like this, mate. It's kind of a gray area. It's like, the universe as a whole is all divine and scripted by the numbers and angelic with all the signs, but there's a balance of light and dark, and it's necessary. So
are you going with duality here? Is this duality where you're going?
Well, yeah, I would say so because the biggest thing is integrating the shadows as well. Like you have within you, right? Within Adam, you have things you feel good about, things you don't feel so good about.
Yeah.
But when you integrate and realize that anything you don't feel good about is still a part of you and is still something you may have done in the past or something that you were meant to do, even if it doesn't feel good. When you integrate that and you become an integrated being, there is no light and dark. It's just all good.
So is that where you're going with the grey? That it's not black or white, it's grey?
Yeah, because I don't think every single person that you see on TV is a bad person, personally. I don't think that.
Yeah, you said that, don't you? You also believe that you also said a lot about maybe not all of them knowing they're being used, and that's where you and I disagreed a little bit. I said they know.
Yeah, I don't think they all know. That's just my personal opinion.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. There's so many things on this journey. It's personal opinion. But, yeah, like, we got to take out words, I guess, maybe, and I'm guilty of it, like all or everyone, like all of them are Masons, all of them are inverted, all of them are Satanists.
But I will say this.
Dangerous word.
I don't advise anyone watches TV. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying you should watch TV, but I'm just saying I don't think, like, every single person's in on it. That's all. That's all I'm saying. And
what would you say to people who think that all these people are in on it, but they get so much pleasure and joy from watching TV? Would you say you can still watch it and enjoy it, even though you know that, or at least you think that it's all satanic? Could you still watch it? Like, music's so beautiful. I still listen to music. I got rid of all my TVs. I don't have Netflix. I haven't watched TV in 9 months, other than like when a sports game's been on or it's been in the background. Like when I watched the Super Bowl, that was the last sporting game that I watched, but I don't own a TV anymore. Do you think you can still watch these shows and listen to these songs, even though that these people may be completely controlled and trying to get in your subconscious with what they're saying, or would you say completely avoid them?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, that's a really good question, mate. Thank you. I would say honestly, I'm just going to speak from personal experience. I still do watch a little bit of Netflix. I don't watch like live. I never watch live TV. Like I don't have cable or anything like that. Like I don't watch live TV where they're trying to broadcast, Fox News or CNN.
That's why you have broadcast and they hire a cast, because you cast a spell, don't you?
Right.
But what can I ask you? Can I ask you what's the most recent thing you watched on Netflix? I don't even know what they're showing anymore on Netflix. I don't care about it. But what did you watch?
I watched. I watched Inventing Anna. Was really good. That was apparently. So it's funny. Whenever they say it's a true story, I'm always skeptical. I'm like, was it really a true story though? You know what I mean?
Exactly, mate. Just because they say it's a true story. Well, it must be. It must be. No, fuck off. The Titanic wasn't a true story. They told us that was a load of shite.
So like I watched Inventing Anna was good, but my personal favorite shows, and I know that I see what they're doing with the agendas. They put them in the shows. So
well, I called it when I was with my wife. I called it. It's one of the reasons I said I can't watch TV with you anymore, which really affected our relationship, which is sad. Was in Grey's Anatomy, which has so many seasons. I really enjoyed watching that show. And then the last couple of seasons, I would say 50% of the cast were either gay, bisexual, or transgender. I said I can't watch this anymore. I know what they're doing. Is this where you're going, or something else?
Well, I was just going to say, one of my top shows of all time is called Community. It's a very funny show.
Never seen it.
So it's like these people at a community. Donald Glover's in it. Childish Gambino, he's in the show. But anyways, that show though, I know that they have subtle agendas. Like they have the dean of the school does a lot of cross-dressing in a lot of the episodes, and I see that. And did they put that cross in an amusing manner? Like, is it a comedy or is it serious? It's comedy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They often throw these agendas in there using comedy so people laugh it off, but they push agendas in a comedic way. Somebody saying SpongeBob SquarePants is an invert made me laugh. SpongeBob was gay, I think. I think he was in a relationship with Patrick. Let me do my SpongeBob accent. SpongeBob! Somebody saying Mr. Blobby is an invert. People are getting a bit carried away. They're doing these funny things. But anyway, keep going.
I was just saying that basically for me, I do watch a little bit of Netflix, but I don't recommend binge watching all day long or anything. I just think you should just watch, if you do enjoy watching it and it helps you turn your thinking brain off a little bit.
Because we do need distractions, don't we? We just can't continually be distracted, but we do need distractions or you may go insane. That's why I got back into coaching again. If I was still decoding 20 hours a day and not coaching and tutoring and working out, I think I would have gone insane, like with the amount of information that my brain had to process in 2 years. So now I get up, I do my work, I go tutor, I coach, I hit the beach every now and again, and I don't watch sports anymore. So I think if I didn't make that decision, I would have maybe gone insane right now. It's too much information at one time for one guy who's just a normal guy as well. I haven't been brought up in a Masonic family or with the occult where this knowledge has been given to me since I was a little child. It got me at 33. So yeah, I think I'm starting to lean that way. A lot of people say, you need to check out this movie, you need to decode this movie. I'm like, no, I'm completely done with TV. But I had a similar moment with when I was younger, I got released from Bradford City, the professional club, and I said to myself then, I said, I'm never playing football ever again. And I quit football for a year because I thought I was going to be a pro. It just broke my heart. And I said, I'm never, ever going to play football again. I'm done with this sport. And then a year after, I found my love again. So maybe with Netflix, like you, or maybe I will watch a movie once, twice, 3 times a year or something and watch it from different eyes. Like,
Mate, I'll tell you this. The Batman movie, I don't know if any of y'all saw the Batman movie, but the Batman movie was outrageous. I thought it was so good, to be honest.
Which one? The Batman Gotham City is all about skull and bones, isn't it? Have you seen that decode?
But, mate, the new Batman movie with, what's his name? Robert was it Pattinson?
Oh, the guy who was in Twilight.
Yeah, mate.
I didn't even know there is a new. I honestly didn't even know there is a new Batman out right now. I don't keep up with anything like that. I didn't know. Has it come out?
Mate, there's esoteric meanings in it that I garnered from it at the very end. I'm not going to say anything about the movie because I don't want to spoil it, but there were esoteric meanings you can garner if you tie it's very intellectually stimulating. If you tie everything that's happened in the movie at the very end with the end, you got to really pay attention at the end. That like led me to having some growth inside of me that I didn't realize I needed to do, you know?
That's what I mean. Like the Truman Show changed my life, the way I saw the world. Good Will Hunting is a movie that I've watched over 20 times. The Matrix, yeah. And
Good Will Hunting was so good,
mate, Good Will Hunting, again, growing up, my two favorite movies by far, and I bought them both on DVD and I've watched them so many times, was Truman Show, which I feel like Truman right now, I do, especially when I sit and look at the ocean, like I feel like Truman. And Good Will Hunting, so much of that movie is about numbers. But when I watched Good Will Hunting, I had no respect for numbers. I hated math, although I was good at it. I had no passion for numbers. But now thinking that my two movies that I absolutely love, that still are my favorite two movies, are movies that involved a guy basically awakening from his false reality and numbers and insane to think, isn't it? Like it was always meant to be. They were meant to be my favorite movies, and I didn't even know why. I don't know why I was so connected to them, but oh man. So yeah, those movies I might watch again, but with different eyes, especially the Truman Show. I might have to.
And it's good to. It is really. I know, like it may feel like this, but mate, we're intense people, so we have to.
Yeah, you and I are very intense, and very, very competitive, which is good and bad. I always say it's one of my biggest strengths and weaknesses. I can be overly competitive, and I couldn't handle losing. I was a really bad loser.
But we have to be able to relax, and sometimes that is through distraction. But I'm not telling you to go listen to mainstream rappers. That's not good for your brain. But like, I have underground rappers that I listen to.
Yeah, you sent me some of them, and truly incredible pieces of art. The people who don't really have a platform, but they have a little small fan base, kind of like me. I have a tiny little following now, but not super tiny, but enough where people appreciate my work without me being mainstream. I'm kind of like that. I'm like the 4,000 or 5,000 subs, and there's rappers out there, isn't there, with like 4,000 or 5,000 subs, and the music is a different level, like yours. Your music's a different level to any rap that's come out over the last 10 years.
Oh, thank you, man.
No, but it's true. It is. All the rap songs that are out now are about fast cars, golden chains, fucking women when these women are not even the sex that you think they are, and all of that. That's all the songs are. And music gets away with it because most people don't care about the lyrics. They listen to the beat, and if the beat makes them move whilst they've got a drink in the hand, then it's a good song to them. But when you sit down and listen to your lyrics, the beat, you feel something. It's not just, oh, shake your ass and get off with somebody. It's like, wow, man, like, geez. Because music's sacred. When you break down a musical note, tell everybody about the sevens, like how big that number 7 is.
Oh, wow. I will. Nate, I want to also answer your question from way earlier. I remembered you asked me about where do I get the beats. So
Yeah.
The beats that I had for this song that I like posted in here a couple times, where I said, "Hey y'all, here's the link." That's a guy named I don't know how to pronounce it perfectly, but it's Armor H.
All right.
And he's in Russia, and he's really good. He's got some really good beats, and he has like several songs that I have not released were with his beats, and then there's a few other people that I like on YouTube and stuff like that. And I try to do some with 432 hertz as well. They're not always 432, but
usually with hertz, like ideally, the numbers come up to 9.
Yep.
That's why you got the 432. It gets you 9. And I read somewhere the Rockefellers tried to change the hertz to 440, which gets you 8, which means our frequencies are not where they should be. They changed them to 8, 440, the frequencies, when it should be it should add up to 9. So maybe that's why people are a little bit off, because they're not living the frequency they should be. You know what I mean?
No, it's 8 hertz off because it should be 432, but it's 440. But I figured.
But I mean, 4 plus 4 plus 0 gets you 8, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. But I personally, I just think of it like I'm already rapping lyrics that have such beautiful positive connotation that I'm not going to worry about the frequency of the song every time. You know what I mean?
Fair enough, yeah. And what you're saying as well, like, it makes sense and it connects. Like, it's not just people rap, don't they? And they'll often throw words together that rhyme, but there's no meaning to them. They just rhyme.
No meaning. Yeah.
It's just words that rhyme that sound like, oh, that sounds good. But you break down the lyrics, it's like, what's he on about there? Like, it has no meaning. That doesn't mean anything. It just sounds good.
And exactly. And every lyric, every single line in every song I do, for the most part. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna speak for every single line, but most lines, almost every line, almost, not all of them, but almost every line is not a filler. It actually has a place in the song.
Yeah, I know. That's what I love about your music, mate. And it's like my decodes. I don't just throw random shite numbers. It always massively connects. Otherwise, it's not in my code. I don't just put it in because, that sounds half decent. That kind of goes with what I said before. It has to really mean something to me for me to put it in a code, or I don't do it. I won't put it in.
Yeah.
Just to add to it. When I was first doing this, I always felt more was better. The more things I would put, the better, and if it hits, so I can wake up more people because there's more information. But then I realized more's not always better, and when you do more and it misses, people get more pissed off. Like, the more you put in a code and it misses, the more they get pissed off. And some of my greatest codes have been in like 3 lines. Like the thing, Liverpool will win the FA Cup 33 years after the Hillsborough disaster. And their owner was born in 1833. He was a 33-degree Freemason. Masonry gets you 33, and like Masonry was founded in England. That, done. Just the 33 right there. I didn't need a million and other things that I found. That was enough for me to say, I think Liverpool win the FA Cup. That, the 33. That was it. Done. That. And then, boom. You can find more and more and more and more and more, but that was enough. And now, when you get spiritually, like ascend, like we keep talking about ascension, you just trust it. Like, angels guide you. Like, okay, that's good enough. Go for it. You feel it, post it. And that's growth. You have to go through what we've gone through with coding and 3-page codes that I've missed, and winning a grand, winning 3 grand, losing 2 grand, losing 3 grand, winning a grand again. Going through all of that to get to this point now where you and I don't feel like we have to bet anymore.
Yeah, I love that.
Even though we're probably at our highest level we've ever been at in regards to knowledge and our hit rate, we still don't feel regret. I know I don't have any yet. Maybe you have a little bit because you get so many picks right and then you don't bet. Maybe you still have that and you've just only recently stopped gambling.
Yeah, I'm being honest. I'm a little bit sour.
Yeah, you're still a bit sour with it, aren't you? Yeah.
I'm a little sour because I've gotten like some really big games right, and I had not bet on them, and then like.
And good value as well. And good value. It's not like you called big favorites.
Georgia wasn't Georgia even pretty much for most of the game and stuff.
Yeah. You could have.
You were favorites, but you could get them even.
Yeah, very slight though, like -138, basically double your money almost. It wasn't like they were like -300, -400.
Yeah, Georgia was a really good one. Kansas was down 15 at the half, and they were probably, I didn't even look, they were probably plus 1,000 or more.
What about me, mate? How much money would I win in play?
Oh, man.
I try to tell people this, how much money I won in play, and you and I would say, okay, look at the score at the half, we've got this, it's done, we've won, it's done, it's over.
But the second half of the year, it seemed like they would do the exact opposite of all the halftime clues.
Yeah, but it's gone back to now basically halftime is giving away the score. I've noticed.
Oh, it has.
It has, yeah, it has. Like, yesterday I told you I had Golden State Warriors to progress, and the Warriors are now 8-3 in the playoffs, and at one point the score was 83-83, and Memphis Grizzlies is 83, Memphis is 83. 83 is the 23rd prime, and Memphis finished second, and the Warriors finished third, like 23. I'm like, okay. So again, if I was still betting in play and I was still betting, that was one way. I was watching it. Like, I don't watch the games, but you know, it comes through like the live cast, whatever it's called. When I saw 83, I took a screenshot, put it on my Twitter. I was like, and you could have got the Warriors at like almost plus money because they'll get, yeah, just through the knowledge. And you're not always right with it. Maybe the 83, maybe it was just random. Maybe we used to say they're just fucking with us. Every number we say and they're just throwing right in our face. But I don't know if they were fucking with a couple of lads.
No, they were not.
That was our ego, us believing that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Or the whole flipping scripts, because we missed the code. They must have flipped the script. No, I'm not having that either, in my opinion.
No,
No.
they never flip the script.
I don't think they flip the scripts. I think sometimes we're just wrong. I think they can add drama to the show, but the outcome doesn't change. And that was a big growth for me, accepting, no, they didn't flip the script. I was wrong.
Yep.
Most people can't do that still in this community. They can't accept being wrong. They say, oh no, they flipped it. They flipped it on us because my code was so perfect. Now they didn't. They never flipped again.
They knew your code was perfect before the game even started, and they knew that you were going to lose.
Yeah, exactly. But I think they might fuck with us. Like, it's the perfect script. The commentators, they flip the script. The script's changed from the first half. I think they'll just do that to mock us, to add to the show. But I think deep down these people know, no, this team was meant to win. Like, they didn't change it. And the whole bookies thing, no, 80%. Vegas Insider said 80%'s on Philly, so there's no way they win. And then Philly win by fucking 27. They lie about the odds there. They lie about how many percent of people are on a bet. That's a lie. It's put me off in the past. And we used to say, shit, there's 93% of the money on them. We better stay away. And then they win by 33. The 93% of the money on them. They don't care about the money. They just don't want us to have it. But the ritual is way bigger than money. Bill Gates wants you vaccinated because he just wants to get richer. Stop with the bullshit. Number one, he's not a billionaire. He's just a puppet. But number two, this whole thing is not about money, which they print off. They print the fucking money off. It's infinite money. We're running out. Barcelona had to get rid of Messi because they ran out of money. The fucking money machine stopped working. The printing machine. Load of shit what people think. It's always about money. They flipped it because everyone won this team to win. Fuck off, no. The ritual we got wrong. Simple.
I'm gonna say I agree with you, and it's rituals over money because they print it. So, like, for instance, let's say that a lot of the public did win on, let's say, Monday. Like, a lot of the public, bets won or whatever. It's like, well, okay, so that's fine. But then on Tuesday, they know that they're gonna make it back. So it doesn't matter. The money doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The money doesn't matter. They print it, and they can easily have a team go up 20 points, take everyone's money, and then have the other team win.
Well, the other day there was the LA Dodgers, right? And they were playing Philly. That game obviously connected to Kobe, who was born in Philly, spent his career playing in LA for the Lakers. And Philly were up 6-1. It's funny because Philadelphia's 61. And they were up with a few innings left. And then the Dodgers made it 7-7. And they went into the ninth. And I told my community, I said, cash out here. Because there's no way they're going to let the Dodgers come back to 7-7 and win it. This is what they do. They take all the energy. And then Philly won 9-7, the 25th prime. And in the ninth inning, when Dodgers were down by 2 runs, Dodgers were bases loaded, 0 outs, and didn't get 1 run. Think how many people would have gotten late. Like, when it went 7-7, you know the way the average person thinks, momentum. Oh my God, Dodgers have all the momentum now. They're going to win this. They're at home. I was like, Philly win this. It's done. Like, they've just fucked with every bettor there, including the Philly bettors who were sweating, probably thought it was game over. And then they took it to the ninth to take every drop of energy from them.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about. So this is why I'm saying I want to bring down pro sports. If it means me losing half of my community, so be it. If I can be one of the people that helped reveal how corrupt it all is and allowed people to put their energy elsewhere, that's way deeper than me putting an extra 10 grand of fake money in somebody's wallet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually, I respect your journey. It's not part of my journey to bring it down. What I might do though is I might make videos, like let's say I get the NBA or NHL right, I might still make videos, but my intention when I make that video is not to bring it down, but it's just to bring awareness to the the scripted reality, into the divine nature of the script. Even if they are rigging the sports, it's by the universe's code. You know what I'm saying?
The universal's code, which is incredibly sacred and beautiful, that's been unfortunately infiltrated.
Yep.
When we tap into the universal code and we figure out what these numbers mean, it's my next step now is, what does this number mean? What does it mean? Not just in gematria, not just in prime Fibonacci sequences and all of that, triangular numbers. What does it mean? What is the energy of this number? Tesla says 3, 6, and 9 have a key to the universe, talks about energy, frequency, vibration. Let's do that. Let's figure out what the 3 means. Let's bring 3 into our life. Like,
yeah, man. What's your life path, by the way?
6, mates. And we're having this live 6 days before the Queen's going to probably die. 6 is my life path.
And 13 is the 6th prime, eh?
Yeah, exactly. And right now, the European Cup takes place 8 days after the Queen might die. Real Madrid have 13 European Cups and Liverpool on 6. And if they win, if Liverpool win it, then obviously it's going to be 13-7. And 13 is the 7th Fibonacci number, and 137 is the 33rd prime.
Wow.
And the Hillsborough disaster involving Liverpool was 33 years ago. So I've got a load for Liverpool to win the European Cup, like I did for the FA Cup. But I didn't have Liverpool at the beginning, though. I didn't have Liverpool at the beginning of the European Cup, but I had them at the beginning of the FA Cup.
Oh, wow.
Somebody's asking, is Lucifer a god? Mate, I'm going to have to do about 10 more minutes because I've ate nothing all day, and it's 3:51. Oh my God, it's 15:51. Illuminati found it on a date that can do it in 1-5 or 5-1, and it's 15:51. And I've got 48 likes in Illuminati, and Gematria is 48, and 48 times 2 is 96. The age Elizabeth's going to die.
You said 351. Isn't that the 26th triangular?
You know what, mate? I actually, that's insane. I don't know that because I thought like I'd nailed it. Oh my God, yeah, 3-5. What? 351, guys. 351 is the 26th triangular number, and I just looked at the clock saying I needed to leave at 3:51. 26 with all the Queen, guys. Queen 26, born 26, became the Queen on 2-6. It's 26 letters in the alphabet. 26 times 2 is 52, became the Queen in 52. Kobe died the 26th day of 2020. Guy with a crown tattoo. Wow, Jay Saul, that's what I mean. You'll do that. You'll pull out. Isn't 351 the 26th try? I'm like, oh my God, what's this? That knowledge. How many people in the world, mate, know that 351 is the 26th triangular number? 1 in a million? Maybe.
Yeah, probably.
You speak to any math teacher. Go up to any math teacher and say, what's the triangular number of 351? And they'll look at you like, what are you talking about? Triangular number. My friend, who's a great math teacher, great guy, he's like, how do you know more about math than I do? And he's studied it his whole life, went to university, got a degree in it, been teaching it. He said, you know more about math now than I do. Because even these math teachers don't learn these sacred numbers. They learn the fucking equations and fucking algebra and all that stuff. They don't even know, a lot of them don't even know what fucking prime number is.
Yeah, well, the thing is, in school, we were taught, like, it wasn't, like, we were taught that there was no real application for it. You know what I mean? That you can't use it for anything.
That's true, mate. So for this last 10 minutes now, it's not like me, I usually interact with the chat. I'm going to say a few things, you say whatever you want, and but we'll just keep it quick, okay? I'll try and work this out. All right, almost like a quick fire round, okay?
Yep, do it.
All right. Our number's the language of the universe.
I think it's one of many languages of the universe and of the source or God or whatever you'd like to call it, of God. We'll just say God because that's a lot of people have that understanding. The numbers are one of God's languages, not
Okay. Do you believe in reptiles, like running the show, like Elizabeth? Do you think she's a reptile or from reptilian blood?
Yeah, I think if any human in the public eye is a reptile, it's Elizabeth. And
it's a great answer.
Reptiles running the show, I have certainly not ruled it out. There's no reason to rule it out.
All right, nice. Is Jimmy Neutron an invert?
No invert questions.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, shit, that gets away with a lot of the questions then.
There's a lot of people obsessed with inverts in your I don't know what you've been telling them, mate, but there's a lot of inversion in our chat here.
Okay, all right. I'll go with something else then. Do you like whiskey? You don't drink, do you?
No, I don't drink. Zero alcohol.
What's more important, your energy or money?
That's a good question. I would say energy attracts money, depending on what frequency that you're vibrating at. So I would say energy is more important because the money will come if your frequency's right.
Is Satan the god of this realm?
I don't even necessarily believe in Satan, so I would say no.
Okay, let me think a few more. Yeah, wait. I want. Somebody's saying we need to make a community. What do you think about when people say things like we need to make a community?
Well, it is 5:55 in Eastern time, as you said that. So,
Wow.
I mean, look, the tricky thing about making a community is that there are. I don't believe there's as many shills as maybe you would maybe believe, but there are shills, and it's difficult to make a community when you have people that are undermining it. So it's a good thought, but we'd have to figure out how to verify people before doing that, you know?
Okay, good. Is 9 the number of God?
Yeah, it is a really sacred number. I have heard it's the number of God. I can't confirm it, though. But the reason in Chaldean numerology that it's not, that 9 is not included in Chaldean numerology is because it's sacred.
And 9's the number of completion because it's the last single digit number.
Right, and Tesla is the 369, significance with the different frequencies. So,
do you think that's why the Illuminati were founded on 1-5? Because 3 + 6 + 9 gets you 15.
Oh wow, I didn't think of that.
Or is it 18? No, maybe I'm wrong there. It's 18, isn't it? No, that's what I was saying. IHS in Gematria is 18 in 2 ciphers. So do you think that's why the 3 + 6 + 9 is 18, and then 1 + 8 is 9? IHS is 18 in 2 ciphers, which is rare. It's rare that you have the same number in the same cipher.
You're doing some good work, mate.
Thank you.
Someone said to ask me about the Mandela Effect. Mate, what do you think about the Mandela Effect?
I don't know enough about it to comment.
Yeah, I'm gonna also say that.
Yeah, I think the Mandela Effect is real, where we all had this like visualization of something that happened but didn't actually happen. Like the Monopoly man with the what do they call it that he has in his eye?
What do they call that? It ends with CLE. It's like
I don't know, but we all thought that he had one, and he's never had one.
Is it called a spectacle? Is that, or no?
No, it's not spectacle. Spectacle is what you call glasses, a fancy name for glasses. But
okay, I don't know what it's called.
yeah, but we all thought he had this thing covering his eye, didn't we? And he actually never has had it. We just thought it.
Yeah, I thought that, mate. I thought that too.
And there was this cheese, the laughing cow, and we thought it had a ring in its nose, and it actually never has. There's loads of them with the Mandela Effect, but for me, I'll have to do some research, but it's just the power of the mind. Like, you can trick the mind, can't you? You can trick the mind to believe something that's not actually real. That's what they do to us every day. Question here, not really a question. Somebody said, hey Adam, in Islam, when we want to fend off evil energy, we basically read surahs 33 times. We also glorify Allah 33 times. What are your thoughts about that?
That's beautiful that 33 is the number, because again, it's a number that we can reclaim because it's a sacred number. So we can reclaim it by doing, things that are best for us that deal with that number, rather than seeing it like, oh, it's like 33 is so evil and Washington, D.C. equals the 33rd prime. I don't know if it does.
It's 137, the 33rd prime. Okay. Liverpool's best player today went off after 33 minutes with a groin injury, and groin injury gets you 137, the 33rd prime.
Well, mate, but the whole point is they use the number because it's sacred.
Yeah, they've infiltrated everything that's pure, so the numbers they're using, 33, 56. Again, 3 + 3, you got your 3s, which are sacred. 56, that's 11. 5 + 6, it's 11. And like they had coronavirus declared a global pandemic on 11/3. 11 times 3 is 33. Corona's 33.
And the election was on 11/3.
Yeah, the US election was November the 3rd, 113. Kobe Bryant, 113. Drafted round 1, pick 13. NBA debut, 11/3. Rope Deer basketball, 113. Inducted by Michael Jordan, his name's 113. Last game was against Utah Jazz, 113. So, which connects to 30, because 113 is the 30th prime. That's why the National Basketball Association gets you 113, and there's 30 teams that play in it. They know, these people know all of this stuff. That's why in sports, they do everything by threes. 3 strikes and you're out, the 3-point shot, 3 points when you win in soccer, 3 darts when you play darts, fucking 3 stumps in cricket, 3 periods in ice hockey. They know all of this stuff with the 3s and the 9s. Like, that's why there's 9 innings in baseball. And they're aware of all of this stuff. And they've used it against humanity. But the more humanity become aware of these numbers and what they mean, then they won't be able to infiltrate the numbers, because we'll be aware of the power. We'll see through it. Discernment of it all. So, do you know there's someone in the chat called J Soulmate? Can you believe that?
That's so wild, but...
Somebody said from one J Soul to another J Soul. Well done.
Oh, Mark MD20 said, hey, there, J Soul, did I miss a lot? And I would say, Monocle, by the way, is what the...
Monocle, yeah, Monocle. We always thought he had a monocle and he's never had one. Monopoly for me is just, again, soft disclosure that basically whoever has the most money controls the game.
I really enjoy Monopoly, the game, because it's a lot of fun for me. And again, mate, it's like, it's good to be able to turn your brain off, because we think, you and I are so intense, we think so much, mate. It's important to be able
No, but I'm not saying Monopoly is a bad game, but the reality is those who have the most money control the game, or in control of the game.
Yeah, definitely.
That's all I'm saying. I think Monopoly is a great game.
Unless they misstep, mate. They can make mistakes, too.
Yeah, absolutely. No, completely.
By the numbers, though, because my whole life has been scripted. Personally, I've noticed that every single thing I do, I just get a sign that I was supposed to do it every single time. Even if I might think of it in the past, like a past J Sol would have maybe thought it was a mistake, but then I'll see a sign of it. All right, I was meant to make that. We could call it a mistake if you want, but it's still meant to be. So it's still, scripted for our highest good, as long as we're always learning.
Yeah, maybe there are no mistakes. Maybe there are no mistakes. Like I said, maybe there's no such thing as a mistake.
But Mark MD20 said, have I missed a lot? We definitely talked about a lot on this call.
No, we haven't. It's been completely organic. And, mate, my back's so tense. I'm still in my pajamas. It's almost 4 o'clock. I've not ate anything. But the energy's still there, baby. Like...
It's still there, mate. I actually feel more energized than when I started the call.
In it? Yeah, when I play sport, I'm better later in the game. So I don't get tired. I actually get better in the game. Some people peak early. Same when I go for runs, like a 10K. It's so weird. Like the first mile, I'm like, fuck. And then I'm sprinting at the end. Like I could do this again. It's weird.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I've always had that. My mum's a marathon runner, as you know, and my dad's a crazy athlete. So I'm fortunate.
Yeah, mate. You come from some athletic people.
Yeah, absolutely. God bless them, both of them. Amazing parents. Incredible
That's
people.
Awesome, man. We love that.
Mate, you're talking about 555 with 55 in the live, 50 likes. 555. Angel.
Mate, I need to say this too. This has been weighing on me as well. I need to say is that to all of y'all that feel misunderstood because you are someone with this knowledge that, no one around
Well, somebody just said, I think I'm alive in a dead world.
Well, I wanted to respond to PT Sounds because he was talking about, he said Jesus died in this world and what chance do we have? Well, let me tell you this, my friend. It is not a dead world. We are not living in a dead world. We are living in a beautifully twisted reality that is scripted for your highest good, and I'm going to tell you why. There are a lot of challenges here by the rulers or controllers or script writers or whatever you want to call them, right? But there's a lot of challenges given, but it's for your soul, which is you. So it's not really something outside, it's you, for you to grow. Because if there were no challenges here, we would not grow. We would literally be here doing nothing and wasting, not wasting, but misusing our time when we could be growing. And the fact is that it's not a dead world. It's just a world that's orchestrating you to put the effort in to grow your soul.
That is amazing, mate. That is incredibly well put. And as well, like, you need also negativity and challenge to embrace positivity. If everything was perfect all the time, it would get life would be boring, wouldn't it? You need adversity. You need to overcome adversity. But yeah, people have to get out of the mindset of the world sucks, we're screwed, it's evil, that everyone's dead. No, the world is beautiful. It's the system that's sick that they created, that the serpent created. The world's not sick. It's the society. It's people's brains because they've been poisoned. That's why people are sick in the head, because they've been poisoned.
Right. And to be honest, like, the people, again, I'm not going to say his name, but the person that's trying to tell you that the world is sick and the world is mad and that we have no chance and blah, 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 that person is telling you that for a reason. Just like the media is telling you that for a reason. Just because someone knows gematria doesn't mean they're a good person.
Yeah, wow. Get that on a t-shirt, mate. Say that again. Put that on a t-shirt.
I'll say it again. There's a person out there that's telling you that the world is sick and that these people, calling people names and telling you that we have no chance unless we stand up and blah, blah, blah. Well, this person, just because he knows gematria doesn't mean he's a good person.
Yes, baby. Just because you do gematria doesn't make you a good person. Exactly. Because you throw out a few numbers and reveal a bit of deception. Russell Brand does that every day. He reveals deception, he calls stuff out. David Icke did that for so many decades. Is he a good person? No. Just because you're spreading knowledge and speaking half-truths doesn't make you a good person. Exactly, mate. Beautifully put.
I watched some of Russell Brand. He's kind of funny.
No, but I detest Russell Brand. I know you have a different thought on him. I detest the guy. I will say, fair enough, he spoke a bit of truth. But my whole thing is, he wouldn't be on a late-night TV show speaking truth if they didn't want him to be doing it. Because they own the mainstream.
No, mate, of course not. But I can say, even knowing that, like, I watched one of his skits, and he's a pretty funny guy.
Yeah, I know a lot of people find him funny. I can't handle him. I don't find him funny. But again, you and I, we know we have different opinions. I think he's extremely articulate and well-spoken. But I find him irritating. It's like James Corden, big fat bastard who has his own night show. He's a late show host in the US now. He's from England, James Corden. And he does the carpool karaoke. People think it's hilarious. I would rather poke myself in the eyes than listen to him talk. But other people find him really funny. That's fine.
Mate, PT Sounds also said, I like this guy because he said some really nice things to us earlier in the chat.
What did he say?
Anyways, he was saying we're good souls and that it's a really good life. So
Wow, yeah. When people use the word soul, like, you know that they're at a certain level of awakening.
But I want to respond to him. He said, thank you guys, but if biblical prophecy is truth, then the world is going down. Well, let me tell you, unless, Adam, do you want to say or do you want me to respond?
No, you feel strongly about it. Go for it.
The world as we know it is going to change, but the world is not going down. And this biblical story, there is definitely some truth and some beautiful esoteric wisdom within that text. That's why it's the scripture, because it's...
Yeah, I've used that. Scripture has the word script in it.
Because it's a script. And let me tell you, though, is that they have stripped that text with a lot of knowledge that used to be in there. I don't know what...
Well, they've infiltrated the holy books as well. Like, they've infiltrated everything. The books as well.
But they've stripped things from the Bible so that people have a hard time growing when they read it literally.
And the Bible limits... I think the Bible limits people by design. By design.
It does, because they say, like there's... like talk about astrology being devil work. I'm like, what in the... I'm like, the Bible talks about astrology esoterically if you read the text. Why is it called the sun? Why is he called the sun?
Yeah, the son of God. They're called Lucifer, the light bearer, like the sun.
Right, like the sun. And then born of a virgin, which means born of a Virgo. What, like, how is that devil work when if they're literally telling you the story? He's born of a Virgo. That's why his birthday is in September. It's not on 12/25.
Yeah, exactly. Isn't his birthday 9/11?
That's what I've heard. That's
Well, it would make complete sense with the bringing down the Twin Towers as well. And I've read somewhere that Jesus had a twin.
Mate, I just want to say though, that the whole idea of the Bible being like, this whole thing going down. Well, they want you to believe that something bad is going to happen because you're feeding it energy.
Yeah, I believe that when the majority of people believe a certain thing, collective consciousness, it in turn becomes our reality.
Right. Yes.
Doesn't even have to have happened. Like the majority of people might believe George Floyd died, so George Floyd died.
Yep.
That's how I see it now. So if the majority of the world can somehow see through the bullshit, that creates a new reality, does it not?
In the book Seth Speaks by Jane Roberts, it talks about how so many people believe in a Lucifer character, and then it creates it because they believe in it.
But isn't Lucifer just energy, in my opinion? I think Lucifer's energy.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, I don't. Really
It's not a red man with devil horns, is what we both agree on.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like God is not a white man with a big beard in the sky either. It's consciousness.
Yeah, I definitely don't think. I don't think that it's some red man, and that's like.
Yeah, at the bottom, yeah.
Get you to do things like, no, you should own up to what you're doing. If you're gonna do something that is not in accordance with your integrity, take accountability. Don't blame some devil character that probably doesn't even care about you, even if he did exist.
Yo, the amount of times you hear people say the devil made me do it. Shut up.
Oh my gosh.
The devil made me do it. Whatever.
Yeah, I just don't agree with that at all. I think we gotta take accountability for what we're doing,
Yeah, well, mate, I'm fucking like, I'm not going to leave with 2 hours and 1 minute for 2:01, but maybe it was a beautiful moment. But I feel like, we're talking about 33 vertebrae in your spine, and how sacred 33 is.
Absolutely.
Well, think what happens if you damage just one of your vertebrae.
Oh man.
What it does to you. If just one damaging one of them. 33 is a beautiful, beautiful number. You damage one vertebrae, could prevent you from walking for the rest of your life.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, mate.
Yeah, mate. It's a sacred alignment in your back for sure. And
Can I wait just to finish, just for the last 2 minutes? What do you think about Revelation 13:18, Revelation 5:6? Revelation, the 4 horsemen. I've been talking about 4 a lot recently with the 4 horsemen. The pale horse is the 4th horse, which is connected to death. And it says it takes out a 4th of humanity, which is 25% for another 25 with Elizabeth to go 25. What do you feel about that, the whole thing with the book of Revelation? Because I feel like everything's being revealed right now. I think we're living through Revelation now. That's why truth's being revealed to us. I think we're living through it right now.
I'm resistant to believe that because I think that the Revelation story is meant to imprison humanity and make them be in fear. Because when you're in fear, you're not ascending. You know what I'm saying?
So do you think the whole story of Revelation is, listen, there's nothing we can do. It's biblical. It's going to play out. We can't stop it. Is it by design, by man?
I don't think it's playing out at all.
No, but it's not that it's playing out. I'm saying they make you believe it's going to play out. There's no stopping it because it's biblical. That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm leaning that way now. That people are, it's happening and they'll give you little tweaks of it and signs of it. But in reality, God's in control of all of this, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, think about this. The whole thing is that the number of the 666 is the number of man,
Yep.
The number of the carbon-based reality. 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons.
And God made it. God made us on the 6th day of the year, 6th day of the week.
Right, and being in the carbon reality, it's being in third density. And
Do you think it's a coincidence that we're having this live now, potentially 6 days before the Queen's dies, or do you think it's God just allowing this?
That would be for you to interpret, because that's not my detail.
I think, well, I personally believe that we're doing this live right now, and Liverpool scored 6 penalties 6 days before the date I think she goes. I think God's saying, keep going, Adam. Keep believing in what you're saying. I think that's what he's doing. He's giving me a little push, like motivation.
Mate, you got it. I mean, mate, look, what I love about you and I is that we agree on most things, and when we don't agree, we don't even. There's really no big deal. We can see how each other.
Like I said in my song, truth's no competition.
That's right. I love that.
Truth's not a competition. It's not a competition. Truth.
All y'all listening, go listen to Adam's song. What was the video called, lad?
I don't know. See through Satan's lies or something. Mate, no offense, mate. This is pretty disgusting, but my balls are sweating, like badly. I might have to take a shower. Sorry about that. I know you don't like me saying stuff like that, but geez, my hands are like taken, like they were.
Mate, when did I tell you not to say stuff like that?
I don't know. Like maybe is that a bit too much talking about me, like my sweaty balls on a live, and we just said something so beautiful. Maybe that's what people like about me, though. I'll say something so beautiful and so sacred and knowledgeable. And I'll be like, my balls are sweating, man. I'm having a nightmare. I think people like that because it's just real.
Y'all got to rewind to when Adam was getting bit by the mosquitoes.
Mate, I'll show you. I'll take a photo when we're done of my foot. It's got a big, massive lump on it.
That's up to you, mate. If you want to.
Well, I don't know, but yeah, mate, the mosquito got my foot. It's like, but again, did I cry about it? Did I get insanely angry? I kind of eventually turned it into a joke.
You did cry about it.
Well, I know, yeah, I did scream a bit, but I was still laughing like a minute after. I didn't let it ruin. Right, guys, I'm going to have to end the live. I need to go put some cream on my foot. I kept going, and I was aware that the mosquito could probably keep biting it because my hands were taken. But he went off.
You're hilarious.
I'm pretty fun. I've always been given that gift of making people laugh, though. There was one guy at my middle school, Tomo, the hardest guy. There's always that one guy at your school who's the hard guy, yeah? It's like everyone knows he's the hardest guy. And he would come up to me at break time. I would always be playing football. He was a really good footballer as well. And he'd be like, Edders! I'm like, fuck. Shit, what does he want? Edders, get here now. I'm like, oh, fuck. Because I was pretty tough as well, but this guy was like hard as nails.
Was he huge?
No, he was small. He was small as well, but he had this reputation of just being so hard. And he was. I once saw him beat up two brothers, 2 years older, these twins, and he just beat them up. I was like, geez.
Oh my God.
He was like a little boxer, just a little boxer that like a pit bull. Like imagine a pit bull running towards you with its teeth, like I'm gonna fucking bite you. It was like that. It don't matter how tall. People think if you're tall, you're tough. It's a load of shit. That's a myth as well. Yeah. The bigger you are, the taller you are. I do agree with the bigger you are, the harder you fall. That term, but this guy was short, and he'd be like, Edders, here now, lad. Like kind of smiling. I'm like, all right, mate. I'd be like, what's up, Tomo? You all good? He's like, say something funny. I'm like, what do you mean? Say something funny. He was like, say something funny now. Make me laugh. And he'd have like a group of art people around him. And I'd say something which I didn't even think was funny. And he'd go, fucking, I told you it's so funny. And he went, you can go play football now. So I've always been funny. I've made people laugh my whole life since a little child. And it comes across in my lives because I ain't a comedian who tells jokes. I'm not a guy who's going to knock who the fuck's there. I'm more of the guy of like, fuck me, mosquitoes just bit my foot, the little cunt, shit. And people are crying in laughter. And I'm not even trying to be funny. So that's the organic. Again, with laughter, when you're forcing people, you're writing jokes and you're so desperate for people to laugh, you shove it up your ass. Like, the funniest people just do this. They just speak. Put me on a stage with a microphone and like, all right, how's it going, guys? Whatever. And then I'd just start talking about some random shit and people would laugh. I imagine I did a stand-up about gematria with my knowledge, and I turned the knowledge into like, imagine how funny that would be.
That'd be mate. We should do little episodes of like gematria. We could do like where we have What would be a good example? Like, we could say, oh, well, it's 33 degrees outside, so that means I need to go do this or that.
We could definitely get humor from these numbers. Somebody's asking me what is 72. I always say Pope Francis became the Pope the 72nd day of 2013. Jesuit Order 72. But isn't there something with 72 demons, J. Sol? Are you aware of the 72 demons?
I thought it was 200.
No, there's a thing with 72 demons.
I thought there was 200 fallen angels or something like that. Isn't there something with 200?
I'm not sure, but there's the 72 sigils and the 72 angels.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and there's like 72 pillars of Leamington, which is connected to demons as well. 72 demons in the book of Goshia. Solomon. Mate.
If you wanna keep going, we had some good comments in the chat, I noticed. Did you see some of those comments recently?
No, I just saw somebody saying it's a 69 plus tax for eating out. I know Aston Villa recently beat Liverpool 7-2 in a ridiculously scripted game in the Premier League, which made no sense. Somebody said, keep pushing at him. Jesus was the Son of Man. Many will come in his name. Somebody's talking about Bermuda cheese. The Bible has answers to all questions.
Yeah, I don't know about.
I'm not sure. I disagree with that.
Yeah, I'm not big on like I'll be honest with y'all. Like y'all all know that like the religion is corrupted too, right? Like it's religion's man-made. Religion's man-made, and faith is God, real. Yeah, but I mean, like, if they corrupted the media and they corrupted sports and they corrupted education, why would religion not fall under that category?
Man, I'll never forget the one time I went to church here in Mexico. I went with my wife at the time just for the experience, because I didn't get married in a church. And the priest was giving a whole speech about how you should never, ever, ever, ever ask your fellow man for anything, especially money. Like it's a sin, he implied, right?
Oh my gosh!
At the end of his speech, he walked around asking for donations. And I'm not joking. I said to my wife, I said, is he fucking joking? Is he joking? She went, Adam, just stop. And many people have said that to me on my journey. Adam, just stop. Stop calling this out. Stop. They did it with coronavirus, with George Floyd, with masks. Just stop. Just let it be. And the whole thing of Let It Be, the psyop of the Beatles song, Let It Be, you can shove that Let It Be right up your fucking ass. There's certain things where you don't let it be. You speak the truth. Let it be is like, get through life and just blasé. Fuck that. Let it be. Let it be. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be. Come on, piss off.
Let me give you an example, though, because someone said in the comments about George Floyd, I want to respond because I have a different opinion than you. So
George Perry Floyd, 201 in gematria.
Okay, but let me just say, someone said something about George Floyd and them faking it to create more racism. Okay, I'm going to say, for me personally, my personal stance is, I can't confirm that it was real or fake, so I'm not going to take a stance. But I will say that it did definitely create more division and more racism and stuff like that. So like that was clearly the goal of it.
Mate, do you know the 2-year anniversary of his death is in 11 days?
Wow.
2/11, 47th prime. But keep going with this.
PT sounds I do not believe in Judgment Day. No.
All right, J-Sol, I don't believe in Judgment Day either. I don't believe that at the end of your life that you pass an exam to see whether you've made it or not. I don't agree with that.
No,
I disagree.
That's not godly. That's not godly.
Yeah, exactly, because God doesn't judge, does he?
No.
Yeah, so no, we both, J-Sol and I, don't believe in Judgment Day or you go to heaven and hell when you die, because you never die. You never die.
They're controlling with fear. That's what they do. They do with everything else. They're doing the same thing with religion too.
Yeah, practically everything it's all about fear. That's the mainstream media. 90% of the news or higher is negative to keep your frequencies low and to scare you. Yeah, all by design. Yeah, TV show. The news is a TV show, isn't it? It's a TV show. The news. That's it. It's a TV show.
It's a TV show.
No different to Law and Order or anything like that. It's the same shit. They just present it on the news that you believe is real. You believe these anchors are not. Again, in Anchorman, you know the movie Anchorman, Will Ferrell?
No, I didn't see it.
But anyway, it's an old movie. It's basically an actor playing the role of an anchor. Just telling you right there. That's what they are. The anchors are actors. People think they're real people. Or they got a degree to become an anchor, a journalist. Shut up. No, the people who get those degrees and stuff, they never get really high. They don't go on like the BBC or on CNN. They've been chosen from birth, from their families, in my opinion, the journalists.
Very possible. Yeah, very.
That's what I think. Again, there's so many things we say we don't know, but we have good arguments every time.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. And like, I don't know. I mean, all the religious stuff, like, I'm a very disciplined person. Like, I eat so disciplined. I only hang out with people that I feel really good, like, being around, and, like, my energy, and I'm giving them good energy, too. And, but the religion is distorted, man. Like, it's all this fear-mongering and, are you going to be ready to be on Judgment Day? And when we get raptured and blah, blah, blah. It's crazy, man. Like, I just can't believe that so many people buy into.
Well, do you know what they do by all of that with Judgment Day and rapture and heaven and hell and what's going to happen when you die? They take you away from the present, which is a gift. That's why it's called the present.
Right.
People worried about what happens when I die. What happens if I'm judged? What if I say this and do that and behave in this manner? And then does that mean I'm going to hell? And then they get restricted and they don't take chances because a book tells them. It's like, no. I live in the present now. I don't think about the future and I don't go back to the past. I live in the present moment. Maybe that's all there is. Maybe all there is the present.
That's all there is, mate. I love that so much what you're saying. You're saying such powerful things.
Yeah, I really believe that there is no such thing. It's the present moment which we have to cherish. And your job keeps you trapped, thinking about the future. Your mortgage does, your payments. Sometimes your kids in a weird way. Where's my kid going to go to college? Like, I need to save up for this. And what about, like, all about the future and just not enjoying the present moment. And then before you know it, what happened? Where did the last 30 years go?
Yeah, and really, like, as far as all those things in the future, why don't you just make good decisions today in the present, and then you don't have to worry about the future because you're making good decisions that will make tomorrow better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's amazing. You're making the decisions that make going forward are going to benefit you, but you're doing it in the present moment.
And doing it with trust and faith. Like, whatever happened to the faith part of the religion? Everyone's talking about hell and heaven and all these things. Why not just having faith in the universe, man? Like,
faith in the universe. The holy books have a lot of wisdom, but which you can take from them.
Wisdom, but don't be
don't obsess over them and think that's the be-all, end-all. Yeah, exactly, mate. Again, find your own truth. Find your own truth, not just what you read in a book. Simple as that.
Absolutely.
But,
and like another book, another scripture that is not talked about a ton is the Bhagavad Gita, which I haven't finished, but I've read some of, and it's full of wisdom as well. So there's other scriptures outside of the ones that they tell you to read.
I know. I've got about 2 more minutes because my battery's going to die. But just so you know, I said that the UK might win the Eurovision Song Contest because the song's about space, and they look like they might be winning it. I don't know if they've won it, but if they win that as well, I called that. I didn't do a decode on Patreon. People messaged me who's going to win. UK. I said in this live the UK is going to win before it began. If they win it, because the UK, like, usually they get embarrassed in the Eurovision. Like, they get embarrassed. They're hardly anywhere near the top. If they win it, man, oh my God, with the Spaceman song.
I don't know. I have like a personal, I think I have like past lives or parallel lives where I had like some trauma with religion because I get a little bit heated.
I know, yeah. But you're not hating on God. You're not hating on other people's views. You believe religion's man-made and it's a trap. That's what you think. And I agree with you. Without being all animated, I get it. And you and I, we get incensed by different things, don't we? Certain things really rattle me, and for you, you're like, I'm all right with it. But
yeah, exactly. Like I don't even. Yeah, I agree with you, mate. I appreciate your support as well because, you know, it's a lot. We have all these emotions, you know what I mean? And we're all complex and different. And the biggest thing is. But
do you know what the most beautiful thing is? We're all unique, but we're all the same because we're all part of God.
we are a part of God.
Yeah, so that's where we're the same, but yet we're so different. Again, the great. It's not we're either all the same or we're all different, Adam. No. We're all the same, but we're all different. What? That makes no sense. No, it does make sense when you're spiritually strong. It makes complete sense that we're all the same, but we're all different. We're all the same, but we're all unique.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I see
I
it.
want to say I don't think I finished saying earlier, but for all of you that feel individual or like you're kind of the only person with the knowledge that you have, I want y'all all to know that we are all around. We're all around the world, and you're not alone. And you're not even different from the people around you. You might disagree, and you might think that this or that, but really we're all one. And to be able to not always be right is really important.
Yeah, that's huge. Just taming your ego. You all need ego, but you have to tame it and don't let it take control of you.
You gotta tame it.
It's like you got to whip the bull. You got to control the horse, or the horse is going to ruin you. You know what I mean? You got to control the horse when you're on it. When you're riding the horse, or the horse will flip you off. Right. Final question, because the computer's about to die. Final question is somebody's asking this. I don't know if you want to answer this. People are saying, so evil gets away scot-free. You don't believe in the word evil, do you? You don't believe in the word evil. You don't. Strongly don't believe in the word evil.
He also mentioned about being sinners and stuff. That is all programming. We are not sinners. We are not inherently evil. That's what they tell you.
We're all born pure souls, aren't we? Every person's born a pure soul that gets infiltrated. The soul gets infiltrated. Everyone's pure when they're born.
I don't know about every person. I can't speak, but I will say this.
Nobody's born evil. Nobody's born evil, are they?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I guess, yeah, I know. All right, fair enough. Maybe they are. Maybe, who knows? I don't think anyone's born evil.
No, but I don't think that like the general population, I agree with you, is not born evil, because we're not sinners. We don't make mistakes. Everything is divine, and we don't make mistakes. When we do things that are outside of our integrity, we learn, and then we grow, and then we become more righteous, and we become stronger, and we understand that hurting other people is not good.
What about when they say when you're hurting other people, you're actually hurting yourself as well, because we're all one?
Yeah, you are. You're hurting yourself because we're all one.
Oh, you're hurting everybody. Every time you're spreading negative energy, you're actually affecting everybody's frequency without them being aware of it. So the more love you share, that's the whole thing with the smile. Go on the tube, go on a bus, go on a plane. If a couple of people laugh, the whole plane's laughing. It spreads. Positivity spreads like a wildfire. So does negativity. That's why the media spread negativity all the time, because it spreads like wildfire.
Yep, absolutely,
Mate, I'm gonna go. I have to go, but you have been the biggest inspiration on my journey. We will meet. We always say it. We will meet. We are gonna meet, and if it's not in this realm, it's gonna be somewhere else, because we're spiritual brothers. I believe that now. So just to finish off, you don't have to say anything about me. We'll finish off with you ending it. But if you want to speak to the audience, or just say whatever you feel, what feels right, because my computer's about to die. You've got about a minute.
The Illusion is one of my very best friends, and I respect him so heavily, to the point that I will refer people to his YouTube, and I will tell them, look, this guy knows a lot. You can learn so much from him, and he's a very kind person. So hats off to you, mate. Cheers to the Illusion, to Adam, for doing this today. And there will be more, especially if y'all want another one, but we'll definitely do another live sometime.
Yeah, mate, this just felt right. You and I said this was right. I was going to go out last night and drink, and I stopped myself because I wanted to give my energy to this live. I didn't want to be hungover or restless, because I knew how potentially inspiring this could be. And mate, if we just inspired one person today, that's more than most people do in the whole life, unfortunately.
Absolutely, man. I love inspiring, even if it's one person. If one of y'all likes making music and you don't feel confident, make the music.
Make the music. Don't worry what people think about it. If you make the music. Do it.
Y'all should have heard how like my music, like 3 years ago, 2 years ago was like not even close, not even in the same realm as the stuff I make now. So just
It's because you've ascended. It's because you've grown, so your music has.
Indeed, and I put a lot of time into it too.
Yeah, and you didn't give up on the process, did you? Like most people do. They don't get instant gratification, they quit. It's like why most people go to the gym for a month, don't get the perfect body and quit. They don't put in the work because we live in a world of instant gratification. That's why they brought out social media. That's why social media is everywhere, because people want everything instant, and if they don't get it, they give up on it. And I don't give up. One thing I'll never give up on is myself and the truth. Everything else is whatever to me in this world right now. The truth is number one for me. It comes above everything. Above everything.
Amen to that, and just have fun, guys. Like, have fun with your life.
Enjoy it. Like Heath Ledger said, why so serious?
Just because you have knowledge doesn't mean you have to like be sad or sit in your room. Go enjoy your life and hang out with your friends. And
that's incredible advice. Yeah, that's incredible advice. Yeah, just
go work out and create art, whatever you want to create, and enjoy your life. Make the best of your situation. You know what I mean?
Wow, perfect. We have to leave on that. Yeah, make the best of your situation, and having knowledge and having all of this information is not a curse; it's a blessing. It's a blessing. And yes, the system's there to infiltrate and distract, but there's also things like you said. You can watch a movie. You can still occasionally watch a sports game if it brings you joy. This, that, and the other. You don't have to completely give up everything, but you have to find balance to everything.
You got to find balance. PT Sounds, I just want to say, look, you're still believing in the good and evil, and we're not going to be able to agree because I just see things differently. And when you talk about evil getting punished, I think you should look inside of yourself. And why do you feel so angry? Why are you so angry? Because it's really what you're seeing is a reflection of yourself. If you feel like there's evil around you, maybe you need to integrate your shadows and understand that we are all one, and it's not your job to judge people and punish people. That's evil. That is evil. Punishing is evil. So just don't think about that stuff anymore and focus on yourself.
Wow, fuck me, mate. Wow. Right. Gonna have one of the greatest showers of my life here, mate. This is outrageous. Gonna have to stretch my back out.
Also, mate, I want to also say, what good is having all of this? This is to everyone. What good is having all the knowledge if you're not enjoying your life and being positive? So go be positive and be happy. And if you're not happy, observe why, figure it out, and then solve it, and then start being happy again.
Yeah, wow. The whole thing is, if you're aware of what makes you unhappy and you don't do anything about it, then you're an absolute bell end. Get that on a t-shirt. If you know what's making you unhappy and you continue in doing the behavior that's making you unhappy, then I do not have any sympathy for you. When you're aware of what makes you unhappy, make changes to change that. Again, that's the whole knowledge thing, mate, I was saying. You might have knowledge of what's making you unhappy, but wisdom is actually doing something with that knowledge to make you not be unhappy anymore.
Yeah, and I want to also say to artist Alan, I agree with you. We're not all one, but in some frames of consciousness, we are. So it's really not. There's no point. Like it's both are true. We're not one, and we are one. So there's no real point in even talking about that.
Again, it goes back to the whole thing of we're all the same, but we're all unique.
Right. So we're all different, and we are all one.
Yeah. Sometimes there is no actual answer, and that's beauty. Because in life, the most beautiful thing in life for me is mystery. If you knew everything, you'd go insane. I like mystery. I like not knowing exactly what. Imagine waking up in the morning, you know exactly how your day is going to go. Would that be a good life?
That'd be so miserable.
Exactly. So embrace not knowing things at times and put your hand up and say, listen, they always say sometimes the best thing you can do is say, hey, I don't know the answer. Instead of trying to talk your way out of it and talk some bullshit, say, I actually don't know the answer to that. Sorry. All right.
I love that, mate. That's something I've gotten better at.
Same with me, mate. Like the whole Mandela Effect. Say, I don't really know much about it, so I'm not going to try and bullshit an answer.
Exactly. And mate, whenever this one dude when I was in school, this dude would say that, he'd be like, I can't speak on that. And when he said it, I was like, damn, I should have said that because he's actually right. I didn't know what I was saying. So
Yeah,
I
people say to me all the time now, which is wrong. It's just them making accusations of, you think you know everything. It's like, I blatantly said multiple times, I know I don't know everything. And the more you know, the more you realize you don't know a lot. So people will still say, illusion, this guy thinks he knows everything, Mr. Ego. It's like, no, I don't know. I know that there's so much more. And that I'm not this smart guy who thinks I've conquered the world, I know everything. Like, I know that there's so much more knowledge out there to gain and acquire, and that excites me, mate. But my phone's going to die, mate. We have 56 likes. That's pretty funny. But this was an amazing live. This is the favorite one we've had out of all three, because the other two focus too much on sports, which limit people, I think, in this community, in my opinion. But this one was, wow. I got inspired from it. Check out his music, guys. Unbelievable on my Patreon. I'll put the link and all of that if you want to check him out. And I'm telling you, Jay Soul's got more talent in his middle finger than all these motherfuckers that are representing their country in the Eurovision. Load of shite. No talent between them. So thank you for everything, Jay Soul. It's 440, cheeky 4-4. There's a lot of 44s in the Liverpool game today, but mate, we will meet. And I might go treat myself to a nice fucking dinner or something tonight. I think I've earned it. Mate. But thank you for everything, mate. I really appreciate you so much. And you know, don't you? You know, I don't even have to even keep repeating it. You know how much I appreciate you. So cheers, Jay Soul. I'm gonna end the live. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Sorry that we didn't interact as much as I usually do, but at the end we did. Hope Jay Soul inspired you like he's inspired me. So cheers, Jay Soul. You still there? I think he may have gone. I'm not sure. I can't hear him anymore. Jay Soul? All right, we'll leave it at that then, guys. Cheers, much love. I'm going to have a bit of time for Adam now. I'm not doing any decoding if there's any games today. I don't need to do it. Tomorrow I'll do some. I've already decoded a Premier League game for tomorrow. All right, cheers, guys. Oh my God, I've got a dead ass, a real dead ass. Thank you for everything. 2 lives in one day, man. On my day off, but it is what it is, inspiring people. All right, guys, thank you. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, okay? And please share this with anyone else who's going through an awakening or questioning the reality. I think is going to help them. Cheers, guys. Goodbye. Much love to you all. Oh, my ass.